Fam, man, I'm talking big decisions are just ahead in the weeks to come. And at this hour, being a Niner fan is as tense as ever. Expectations are extremely high for next year due to the level of achievements of the 2021 season. But of course, no, there's no, we ain't stepping back to take no time out for anything. We got to go get it now. This team is Super Bowl ready. They were last year, and they almost made it. They were the year before that. They got shut out. The year before that, they were in it. It's time to go get it. See what I did there with the rhymes? The table's now set for even bigger accomplishments in 2022. That factory means anything less than, at minimum, a Super Bowl appearance to follow nothing less than success during the 2022 season is going to be a problem. Yeah, it is. There's going to be a lot of trouble. The Niners are under tremendous pressure to get enough done in the offseason, though, to assure a legit shot at the top prize. Tonight, though, taking your phone calls for interjections on your off-season shopping list and adjustments that will need to be considered to be a major player for the quest for six to continue. Here we are back in the quest for six, right? We've been questing for six since, good God almighty, Moses walked the earth. It's time. Anyway, let's get right into this. It's 8 o'clock. What time? East Coast, I'm sorry. It was a rough Sunday. You know how they about to make you wait? The 2020 season, what? The 2021 season was a roller coaster ride for us, remember? Up and down. You'll recall after a slow start, fans were ready to fire Coach Shanahan and trade anyone of value. I mean, you know how Twitter is, right? If you're a Twitter person, you know. Even George Kittle's name came up on Twitter. I couldn't mute that dude fast enough, man. I just don't know, man. Come on, because if you're that crazy, there's nothing you and I can talk about, right? Uh-oh. Didn't I? No, didn't we? Didn't. No, it wasn't T-Flow. Anyway, but no, T-Flow likes George Kittle. I know who it was. I'm not saying. Anyway, but the resilient, confident Niners team turned things around and came within a few minutes of making its second Super Bowl appearance in 3 seasons. Things didn't work out the way we had hoped, though, and it was still an interesting season, to say the least. We had a lot to cheer about, though, and we have much to look forward to as well. With that said, let's look at the Niners and what can be expected to be altered, and also get your input on what you think will vault us right back into the big stages on 2022. First order of business, though, to put everything in motion is to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, no, he's my dude, but I'm rational. I realize. But I do believe the disrespect on JG, it's uncalled for and unnecessary. Come on. You know, we've been to the game. We've been right there at the stage for 2 years out of 3. Come on, man. It's okay to appreciate all that JG did for the Niners in the past 5 seasons. Now, granted, he did get busted up in the first opening season, but, you know, he took the team deep into the playoffs twice, including 1 Super Bowl. That's pretty good. Most guys don't do that in 15 years of football, let alone within 5. And honestly, had he not been dealt with that thumb and shoulder injury in the playoffs, maybe the 49ers would have made it back to the Super Bowl this season. I got a strong feeling they would have. But you did need Trent Williams, so you really did. And if he had not been injured in 2018 and 2020, could be argued that the Niners would have made the postseason those years as well. That's just what he does with that team. That's what they've done. Although everybody wants to see it, apparently including, you know, you want to see, is there a road that they can take otherwise and get to that Super Bowl and win it. So JG's a classy guy, though. He's better at quarterback than a lot of people give him credit for. You heard that. We're hearing a lot of speculation. The media's going nuts, you know. Now they say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are saying he's a serviceable replacement for Tom Brady. Where do they get these things? The Washington football team, of course. We all know the Norm Snead does not like Kyle Shanahan, but then again, he wouldn't be dealing with Kyle. He'd be dealing with John, right? But at this point, the Niners need to move on for a lot of reasons. So trading him this offseason could bring back some draft picks, which we really need. Trading JG would also clear up some cap space, allowing the team to sign some free agents and possibly extend Nick Bosa and Deebo Samuel. This will be important, especially if the Niners are able to keep some of their young stars. You got to keep them, you got to use them as long as you can before they start saying, I am a star, I needs to get paid. Rookie contract's over. Okay, so we'll call you in. We're ready to make that deal. Finally, trading Garoppolo allows Lance to take over and continue his development. But next, fam, find a number one CB. E-Man Mosley and Ambry Thomas make a good starting pair at the cornerback, but it would be a relief to see someone who would be an obvious number one. Ambry might be. I don't know. You just because he showed some great signs last year. The secondary, especially at cornerback, needs more depth no matter what, though. Would you consider bringing back Jason Verrett on an incentive-laden contract? He did that this year. He is injured more than he plays, but when he plays, Red is a top corner. But he did suffer an ACL injury in September. How well he comes back in 2022, that, of course, remains to be seen. But the 49ers could use a top cornerback in addition to who they already have. If the team decides Mosley and Thomas are their starters, they should at least bring in some quality backups. No one wants to see part 2 of the Josh Norman story back here again next year, or ever for that matter. Next, find an edge rusher to complement Nick Bosa. Ibuka came on, though, toward the end of the season, but he's not going to ever be like that. You can see he looked better toward the end of the year. I don't know why. I guess, well, you know what? There is a reason why. The combination of DJ Jones and Eric Armstead in the middle made a lot of difference on that defensive line. Well, they should have done that earlier. And then you look back and you see the struggles that they had at the beginning of the season. Coach, D'Amico, I don't know if D'Amico probably did come up with that on his own, but I wonder if they all got together and said, listen, what we got to do is put Eric back in the middle. And maybe D'Amico did it by himself. Hats off to him. Bosa returned with a vengeance this season after suffering a season-ending knee injury in 2020 that you know about. There was hope, here's that name, D. Ford, would be able to give the 49ers a boost in its pass rush from the edge, but he just never wasn't able to do that, and he never will. Let's just go ahead and just stop fooling around. D is not healing up even as we speak, getting ready to come into 2022 and make a difference on that other edge. It's not going to happen. The need is for an edge rusher, preferably a player with some quickness like Ford would be a great compliment to Bosa. It would be take some pressure off of Mrs. Bosa's baby boy and make the interior rushers like Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw even more effective. I can't wait till Kinlaw gets back. He's working on his knee right now, and the procedure took place a long time ago, so he's rehabbing. But the Man Mountain comes back, man. Hopefully, this will be an area of focus this offseason, but it in free agency or the draft. Next, re-sign Laken Tomlinson and DJ Jones. Just do it, 49ers. Don't know if the Niners will be able to re-sign both Laken Tomlinson and DJ Jones, but returning both would be such the ideal. Now your trenches are filled up with just guys you got to have to win. Jones was a force in the middle of the defensive line. And is one reason why, as I just mentioned earlier, the 49ers defense was so stout against the run. Jones, in combination with Armstead, was straight money. Jones' play was especially critical considering the defense lost Kinlaw for the season. It's possible the Niners decide having Jones is a luxury, though, considering they have Kinlaw under contract. But please, Niners, don't do that. Javon may not be able to continue with that knee for too long. Bring Jones back. We still don't even know what to expect from Kinlaw when he gets back, even as it is, right? So as for Tomlinson, he has to be priority one for the Niners in free agency. I mean, there can be no other for the reason that Trent Williams already said, man, bring Lincoln back here, y'all. Bring him back. He's a great compliment to Trent Williams and never misses a game. In fact, the only reason he did miss one snap this season was because his shoe came off and he had to miss a play. I'm surprised Lakin didn't say, I don't need no shoe, man. Come on, snap the ball. Come on, let's go. Lakin's a bad boy. His whole time, he's never missed any time. What was that? Season before last? And his knee was a little sore, but that was in the offseason. He fixed it, came right back, and went to the Super Bowl. Lakin Tomlinson's, he could be the MVP of that offensive line. I know Trent Williams is the man, but still, Lakin says, I ain't missing no time. I'm as hard and tough as it gets. So Tomlinson needs to happen, and before March 16th, when other teams can sign him away from the Niners, fam, I promise you, if Lakin Tomlinson is not signed before that date, he's going to get mad money thrown at him. The Hawks, the Rams. Who else needs an offensive line? Everybody needs a good offensive lineman. Everybody. And Lakin Tomlinson's probably a step up from whatever team's got. He will get paid. And this is a scary thing. You can't fool around with that, John, and you know this, right? Next, find a right tackle and right guard that can pass block. Niners drafted Aaron Banks in the second round of the 2021 draft. Second round, hoping he would be an answer at right guard. But Banks barely played in 2021. Doesn't mean he's a bust. I didn't say that. Sometimes rookies struggle to break in, especially with Shanahan. Even our vets, when he first came, were struggling to figure out Kyle, how you do that. Run that back again. Let me see if I can figure this out. You know, Shanahan's offense is no joke. A lot of people think Kyle Shanahan's offense is easy. See how he schemes people open, that's all you got to have. Listen, don't talk like that, because that just sounds like a person that doesn't know much about football, all right? Even if you think that way, don't say anything and publicly let people know that. There are so many X's and O's moving around in Kyle Shanahan's offense, it ain't funny. So there's still hope and a patience required here as far as Banks is concerned. He can still become the starting guard everyone hoped he would be. Daniel Brunskill is serviceable, but he's not the answer long term, and other than dominating Aaron Donald, normally isn't that effective. And he actually let Aaron Donald get away in an NFC CG finally. Aaron Donald's a bad man. He should have actually got the MVP for that Super Bowl. He is the one that made it possible. I don't know, Cooper Kupp is Cooper Kupp. He does a lot of great things, but if Aaron Donald's not out there to stop offenses from doing what they want to do, it comes a shootout and anybody can win. Right tackle's been an issue at times, but Mike McGlinchey is the presumed starter at that position, even after missing most of the 2021 season with an injury. A torn quad is a really serious thing. We don't even know if he's going to come back next year or not. But Big Mike is talented run blocker, but has been ineffective as a pass blocker. He was better, though, in his limited time in 2021. Did you notice that? He actually was a little better. Not a lot, not but what you want, but he wasn't, every time you look up, either lying on the ground or a guy who was rushing in from the right side so quickly. The funny thing about Mike is, he set the standard. He sort of fell down in his run blocking, which was really weird. Maybe because the extra added weight he put on, and he couldn't move as quickly. He's gonna have to find some middle ground with that. Don't get too heavy, but get a little heavy enough so you can not be a wuss. But at the same time, we still need you to move, Mike, like Mike McGlinchey. That blocking dude's all the way down the field, even if at the 10-yard line for that running back. I'll never forget how Mostert ran behind him against that Raider game. Mike blocked all the way down the field. Tackles and offensive linemen usually spring the runner, but they don't escort him down the field. I was impressed with that. So, but the Niners picked up McGlinchey's fifth-year option, so he will, in all likelihood, be the starter in 2022 after McGlinchey went down. It seemed as though Jalen Moore might be the choice. Yeah, and does anybody still remember Jalen Moore? I forgot all about him. That's just, the Niners went with veteran Tom Compton. Compton, like McGlinchey, was good in run blocking situations, but struggled in pass blocking. So most likely at right tackle, it will still most likely be Michael McGlinchey's job to lose. Regardless, the right side of the offensive line has been a problem when it comes to pass blocking. So put that on your shopping list, man. We got to do something about that right side. And now the 49ers will have a young QB who doesn't get rid of the ball as fast as JG, right? He cannot run out of those situations all day long. He's got to have protection. Having Lance dealing with pressure from the right side and up the middle too often is not how the team wants to develop a young signal caller, man. It's just not the way you do it. Not, one more. Figure out how to protect fourth quarter leads, Niners. I've been crying about this a lot, but the Niners have lost a couple of extremely important games where they had the lead. You had the lead, Niners. No, you shouldn't have to get a 30-point lead to win a ball game. Allowed the Chiefs to come back, and just recently you let the Rams, they blew another 10-point lead. You go for 3 quarters plus without giving up that lead. Well, why now are you going to do it now? The Niners didn't score in the fourth quarter, and they almost lost that lead against the Rams. It seems like in big games, the team tenses up and becomes way too conservative. The question has to come up, is that a Shanahan thing? Is it a Garoppolo thing? All right, Jimmy's leaving now, so he's not going to any longer be able to be burdened with that responsibility, or should I say that blame? Of course, the question goes from there to, is it that Shanahan never truly trusted Garoppolo? For that, I asked this question: did you feel the same way about Matt Ryan back in 2017? At some point, there's more than one working part involved in that. Those meltdowns with only minutes to go in the fourth quarter. In fact, Ryan had a bigger lead than that against the Patriots. It was, 20-something points? So regardless, the 49ers of the glory days had a killer instinct. You got to know when to step down on the neck to put a team away. The current Niners still need to figure out how to get that done, hopefully during this upcoming offseason. The 49ers have 5 Super Bowl trophies in Santa Clara. We all know about that. We talk about that a lot, get teased about it. But it's time. We should actually have 7 or 8. Each one of those Super Bowls you lost, we should have won. Well, even this one, I say 7 or 8. 7 for sure. We didn't need to lose the Harbaugh trophy. That should have been ours. You know what happened? The Kansas City Chiefs, you know what happened. This NFC CG, And finally, fam, search and find a serious speed merchant receiver that sends fear into the secondary. Not one that everybody in the secondary says, man, no problem, man, I can hang with him. No, I don't want you hanging with him. I want him to scare the pants off you. Even if he's just not that good. I want that secondary, all right, and you're going to be sitting in the box. Yeah, go ahead and sit in the box. Go ahead. All right, hey, what did I leave out? Your thoughts on what you think the team should do over the next few months? Add something, amplify what I just said, whatever you want to do. Easy said, Ronbo, I still want Frank Gore. I'll back that up. Chris, just got my killer jersey in the mail today. Let's go Niners. Matty S says, hey, Ronbo, shout out from beautiful Bend, Oregon. Tommy Huxley. Thanks, Tommy. The Tom Brady and Rogers pipe dreams equal no. Tom already told you at his family no. But people are still calling for Tom and think he's coming. He's not coming, guys. Ellis. Thanks, Ellis. Oh, man. All right, fam. Let me plug in my ears. Should have done this earlier. Sorry. Hey, let me go. Hey, Eric. Come on in, Eric.
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Eric, man, I'm looking at things that are going to be done in the offseason, Eric. You got your list of stuff?
Well, I have one name as far as the tackle position. Tried to see if we can get an upgrade there, and that's Morgan Moses, something like that. I believe he's coming over from the Jets. I believe he played with Trent in Washington. I mean, he's a pretty decent right tackle, as far as I'm concerned. So that's one guy, and I believe he was cheap. I think the Jets signed him for like $3 million. I think it was 3.6. I mean, that's not a massive contract.
No, I gotta go look at this. He looks pretty good to you, though, huh?
Yeah. On CBS, he's rated, I think, the 24th best free agent out there.
You make a good point because it's time to stop drafting left tackles and making them play right tackle. It's two different footworks. I don't understand why they don't know. These guys have been around football long enough to know it doesn't work like that. Get a solid right tackle if you can find one that is by job description a right tackle.
Yeah, especially with the rookie quarterback and who you don't know, you don't know what Trey Lance is. You need to build the best possible offensive line around him. The Niners, they're not pretty good drafting drafting offensive linemen, and it's not that good when they do it. So go out there and get proven guys. As far as obviously you need a corner. I would sign one and draft one. I think that's an important position that we neglect every single year. I feel like it's dumb, but you need to address it. I don't know if there's any guys out there that would sign for a cheap contract. Obviously, I would bring back Jason Brett. I think his play, if he stays healthy, is perfectly good for us.
No doubt.
I think that the thing for me is, I noticed that a lot of people were comparing this defense to the 2019 defense, and I didn't see the comparison because the 2019 defense had Richard Sherman. And as I know he was physically limited, but he eliminated one half of the field. Exactly. He eliminated one side of the field. That's something that this defense didn't have. So I think you need to go out there and get a guy like that. If you're going to trade for one, go ahead. If you're going to sign one, do that too. But obviously you need to clear cap, and that's obviously by trading Jimmy G. Obviously there's some guys on the team that you can restructure. If there's any guys on the team that I would restructure, I think I've heard Jimmy Ward. Obviously, that's a good one. He's already said he's willing to do it.
Oh, he did.
If there's another name, if there's another name, I would say Eric Armstead. Restructure him. If there's a guy that I want to bring back along the offensive line, because I would flip Alex Mack and an incentive deal and try to bring him back for one more year, because I think the Niners should, get a rookie offensive lineman and develop him. I know I just said that the Niners are not good at doing that, but if you can develop a center behind someone like Alex Mack, then maybe it changes things. But yeah, there's a lot of, this team does not have a lot of holes. I think it needs a little bit more depth along the defense and offensive line. But as far as I'm concerned, this team should be in the playoffs. This team is Super Bowl ready, whether people like to think that Trey Lance is not ready yet. Even if so, this team doesn't necessarily need a great quarterback to get that far. But yeah,
we have to get back. It's just you don't just change things with this team and not go back to at least where you left off. And also, Eric, is there any cornerback that you think is possible already, as you said, ready-made to kick butt? And we could bring him in. Stephon Gilmore doesn't appeal to me more. Something's wrong with him lately. He just fell off. It wasn't a gradual decline. He fell off a cliff and dropped to the dirt. So I'm wondering, is there a badass we could go get as far as cornerback that might be a long shot even?
Off the top of my head, Xavier Howard. I know he's been trying to get out of Miami.
Yes.
In a really long time.
Could have got him last year.
So if there's any guy, you go after him. I don't see any other cornerback. Marcus Lattimore maybe. I understand that the Saints need a quarterback. So if you want to trade Jimmy G for Marcus Lattimore, go ahead and do that.
Whoa. That's right. Right, Lattimore.
Yeah, I don't know how expensive he is. I don't even know if they gave him a contract yet. But he's a good one.
True. But he's in that upcoming fire sale they're probably going to have in Nolans.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to let some players go.
All right.
I think the same thing with the Rams. I think one of the Rams are probably gonna have to let one of their corners go. I forgot what his name. I think his last name was Williams.
Yeah.
That's another guy.
The Rams are talking about signing everybody back. I don't know where they're going to get money from, but Eric, good stuff. I'll see you. Actually, see you Tuesday for Tuesday night's SmackDown. I won't be able to make it tomorrow, but see you then. Good stuff.
All right, Ronbo. I'll catch you later.
Night, Eric. And Dre, would you please welcome in the man, the only man that's right up there with Rice-A-Roni. He's Dre, San Francisco Street.
Choo-choo! What's going down, Ronbo?
Hey, Dre, man, we're doing our shopping right now because it's going to get serious in a minute. So we start doing it before everybody else does. In another couple of weeks, it's going to go crazy up in the NFL. So what are you thinking?
Well, first and foremost, I want to put the Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers crap to bed.
I
Kittle
really
said
wish they
himself.
would stop it.
Kittle said
Yes.
it himself.
Yeah.
So listen to Kittle. He said it himself. He's looking forward to catching passes from Trey Lance.
And Tom already told you I don't like y'all. I'm not. No, I ain't coming.
We're like, I'm out. Like,
You
don't
know?
say nothing else about it. Like, there's no need to talk about it no more. If we trade, if we pray to Jesus and trade the whole world, it's not happening, fam. Just let it go. But let's get back to the show. Anyway, I'm looking forward to trading Jimmy. I'm thinking more like a second, maybe third, because, I'll say a second and a third because of the availability of the quarterbacks this year. I'm hearing that Russell, he's staying put, Aaron staying put. That's what drove Jimmy trade value up to a first. That's what made people say that. Let's just clarify that. And so I hear everybody staying home. So we might get a first. Who knows? But if I say we get a first, I really say we shouldn't draft in that round. We should trade back and get picks for next year. We ain't got a first next year neither.
Well,
I'm just
if you can get pick 11, you use that one though, because if there's an available badass cornerback, yeah, I was getting ready to say, yeah, you get that cornerback if you can.
I heard that it was one available. Like I really did. I forgot his name.
If you talk to Big Show, there is
two
two,
of them.
that are really solid, and one of them's got all the equipment you need to be a number one. So, but they say that about certain guys every year. And there were a couple guys last year. That one that went to the Broncos, he did a good job, though. Usually they'll come out of school and do a really good job. But, yeah, he did.
I think we should get Watson, that wide receiver. I mean, he's a second or a third, but still, I think we should get him.
Wide receiver?
Or somebody. Yeah, his name is
you
Watson.
think we need a wide receiver?
I think we need those speedsters.
If he's got speed, I thought you were talking about a wide receiver. No, I'm with you. If he's got speed, yes.
A wide receiver. Watson got speed. You feel me? And then I'll say offensive line, the whole, damn near the whole thing. Come on. Out with the senior citizens and with the kids,
Well, you keep Thomason and Williams, but Alex Mack, I don't know how much gas he's got left in the tank. And, of course, the right side has made everybody tired. So whatever you get is going to,
Tom Table or whatever his name is. I'm so sick of people blaming this man. I didn't even know he was out there. It don't even look like nobody was really out there.
Brunskill's probably a better tackle than he is a guard is the problem.
Yeah. And they keep making it seems like the Niners got this thing of making, like on defensive line or offensive line, making
people play out of
position. That they're not comfortable with playing, and that's affecting us as a team.
Guy comes in, hey, Coach, I play cornerback. Can you play the offensive line though?
Right, okay. Like who the hell?
Coach, stop playing people out of position.
See, that draws me up to my next decision. To tell Kyle to take his head out of his, we're going to keep it PG-13. I don't know who's listening.
Good.
But you know where I'm going with that, Ronbo. Take your head. I want to see growth from you, sir. I need to see growth from you, sir. Because you see him conservative, and then he's not playing. It's like in games he should play conservative, he don't. You get what I'm saying? If that makes much sense. He don't. So
makes all the sense in the world. You trusted these guys all the way into the fourth quarter. Then, damn it, let's go. You roll, you ride with them and die with them. All right? But don't
That's
give
what
up.
I'm saying. Now, what are you doing? Like, I want to see him grow this year. And bring back Mostert. And
I'm with you on that. People go argue. Hey, listen, I'm going to tag you next time. I'm in Twitter. Man, ain't nobody bringing Mostert back. Ronbo, that's what you're always talking like you. Is there any offense running back that fits that better?
Look, Ronbo, I ain't saying I'm a bad you-know-what on Twitter, but I ain't seeing nobody too much effort from you. I done had a few words with a couple people.
All right, good. I'm going to tell you.
But, I mean, you can tag me, Ronbo. Tag me. I got your back, Ronbo.
All right.
I like Mostert. Didn't they see him in 2019? We ain't going to even go there, Ronbo. It's neither here nor there. Bring back Mostert. You feel me? Get rid of every injury-prone player that we have. I don't care how much potential he has. Potential is just that. Get rid of it.
Because I'm what's his name? The small guy that's used to have all the moves. I I'm still Jeffrey Wilson Jr.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord.
What's the other guy?
What's
Anyway,
the other?
I know,
There's
right?
two of them.
Yeah,
They just came back this year.
but
We forgot their name. Their nameless behavior.
But anyway, most of them really look good running up against with Elijah Mitchell. You know,
You
'cause
imagine
Mitchell,
both them in the backfield, though,
yeah,
Ronbo with
we could keep
Trey.
Sermon
And
too,
then
but
right. And then you could then you got Debo. You could either, they don't know if he
oh,
going to run it, if Mostert going to run it, is Elijah going to hit it, who going to hit what? They looking, they don't know. Shit, I'm confused.
but what you're saying, it's
I just know
Hastings
I
I
would
was
love
talking
it.
about. Thank you, J510. But this is what I'm talking about. In baseball, you got your leadoff hitter, you got your fourth place hitter, and you got your home run hitter, right? So that's what I want. I want a cleanup hitter. And Mostert
But I'm
is a
saying,
cleanup hitter.
you put your Mostert out there with Elijah Mitchell. It's all on one play, Ronbo. And you got Debo lining up as a wide receiver that
Oh,
he runs.
Debo's the home run hitter, actually. Yeah.
You don't know who gonna run it back and who gonna swap what and sweep where. You don't know what's gonna go on, especially in Kyle offense.
Oh, we ran out of time. Fam, I'm gonna tell you
All
what,
right, Rombo.
we're gonna be
Until
talking
next
about
time.
shopping for days. Let me see you on Tuesday. All right.
All right, Rombo.
All right, fam. Have a great night. It's Dre.
You too.
And we go to now. Boom, bam, Papa Dragon.
Rumble Sports. What's up, Rambo?
Pop, man, we sit there. We're doing some early
How
shopping.
you feeling?
I'm feeling like we're getting ready to go shopping. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm going to park out here in front of the mall and go on in here and see what they got to offer because, we need a few things. I need some new shoes for school and a couple of new speedsters to run down field at lightning-like speed. I need an offensive lineman on the right side so I can skip some. Oh, my God, look at that. Dude coming off the edge like nobody was over there. So, we want that to end. But Pop, more importantly, what do you see needing improvement, and where would you start your shopping, and how are you going to go about doing this?
Well, I think number one for me is you really need to have 7 offensive linemen. Last year we had 11 defensive linemen. So a lot more depth on the defensive side. Mm-hmm. So I'd be more concerned about the offensive side, to be honest with you. I'm not looking to try to, honestly, the only person to me that you could sit there and say he's a must, he's top dog is Trent. But other than that, I think Matt came on strong at the end of the year. And, I just think Tomlinson, that someone's going to show him a very big bag.
Oh, don't say it, Pop. It's so true. Don't confuse me with the truth. We can't afford him anymore.
There's hope. No, we can afford him. But is it the right business decision? So we could make it happen if we want to. Because all you got to do is just kick the can down the road. I mean, you take this chunk of money, convert it to a workout bonus, convert it to a show up to the golf tournament bonus.
Yeah.
That's what the Rams do. The Rams are going to re-sign everybody. They don't care about
I know, right? And they let everybody
know. Honestly, neither should we. Yeah. They're going to re-sign. OBJ be back there. So, but the fact is that they had OBJ. OBJ was playing very, very well.
Yeah, he was.
And they only put up 20 points. To me, you tell me we hold the Rams at 20 points with those skill position players that they have, I'm going to tell you that we won the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, the biggest problem that we have on this team is O-line.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that Jalen Moore will probably be the left tackle next year.
Really?
Now that I think about it.
Wait. In place of you mean right tackle?
No. I'm not left tackle. I'm sorry, left guard. My bad. I misspoke.
Okay.
Left guard.
Okay.
So I think Jalen Moore.
Isn't he a guard anyway?
I think it's going to be him. No. They drafted him to be a guard, but he was a tackle.
He's a tackle. That's right. Okay.
Right. So, but he was a left tackle in college. So they bring him in. You know, he does pretty well at first, and then he has some problems on the right side, but did okay on the left side. You know, covering for Trent.
And you
So,
know the reason
Trent
why?
was singing his
It's
praises.
all about the footwork, fam. These guys have to learn all of a sudden at the pro
Yeah.
level to switch everything they've learned probably since high school. It's asking too much.
Yeah, it's standard or fighting southpaws. Really, it seems simple, but it's very difficult athletically. Unless you're just like one of those ambidextrous gifted guys.
And
But,
you can watch.
you
If
know,
you
I
watch those
think
guys
that
behind how they work, you can see where the difficulties would come in.
Right.
If you're, yeah.
Exactly. So it'll be Aaron Banks versus Jalen Moore for the left guard spot. I think Jalen Moore wins that, and I think Banks will be the backup. But I think also Jalen Moore the backup left
You
tackle.
better be wrong, fam. If Aaron Banks in round 2 gets beat out by Jalen, somebody needs to take a switch and whoop him.
Well, that's not true. Because come on, man. I mean, Terrell. Wait a second. Terrell Davis was a 6th-round pick. If he was playing special teams all the way to the 4th game of preseason, and then guess who started and then went out to the Hall of Fame? It's not about where you get picked.
Okay.
It's not.
Well,
it's not about.
happens.
It's not about where you get picked. It's not about where you get picked. It's about what do you do with the opportunity when it's given to you.
That's true.
That is the reality.
I stand
because
corrected.
a lot of times guys get picked at the top, and a lot of times they're in their positions because they were picked at the top.
Yep.
When they get there, you just know they should have been there in the first place. Jim Druckenmiller, Gino Carmazzi,
Fred Warner.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So to me, it's all about the O-line. I don't know how they're going to do it, but you got to have a top 7. I know we need a center, a right guard, and a right tackle. I don't know what's going to happen with McGlinchey. He may show up 180 pounds. We don't know. What's that do?
Well, it'd be easy to make a decision then, won't it? You know?
he may show up making Joe Staley look fat again. Like, damn.
And Joe Staley's looking like a greyhound right now. So, yeah, that would be really scary. God.
You know, so, yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen to him. But to me, I think that's paramount. Now, as far as free agents go, the free agent that I have my eye on is going to be a shocker. But the main free agent I have my eye on. And again, I know everybody wants to shut down corner, but they don't grow on trees.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, our pass rush makes a very big difference to how we actually cover receivers. And we held the Rams down. I mean, we had OBJ had 50-something yards, 60 yards. Mm-hmm. They only scored 20. Dude, we lost by 3 points.
If we
were beat up.
Do something about Cooper Kupp.
Oh my God. But bottom line is this. I don't care who you are. You could have been Tom Brady or you could have been Patrick Mahomes. You'd have been running for your life for the NFC Championship game.
And we've seen both of them
didn't have anybody.
in that situation,
no
too.
Pass protection.
Yeah.
Exactly. We had no pass protection. So I don't care who's playing quarterback here. We need pass protection. And the worst thing you can do, with a young guy, is have him running for his life like Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Trying to make every play.
Or worse than that, over in Chicago, Justin Fields, who set a new record for rookies going down in the dirt. And
exactly. They need to do exactly what the Chiefs did and sell out on the offensive line. If they do that, because we run the ball.
Yeah.
Kansas City passes the ball. We run the ball. So when we run the ball, we're taking up a big chunk of clock. When we're taking up a lot of clock, the game's going to be shorter. It's going to be less scoring.
Yeah.
We always give ourselves a chance to win the game because we can run the ball and we can pass block when we have to.
Keep the opposing offense on the bench. Pop, we ran out of time. It's your fault. You're always coming here with content that can't end. It's just too good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bookmark it.
I'm telling you, man.
And I agree. Let me see you Tuesday, okay?
All right, man. Shout out to production. We out.
All right. Give our love to Boom and Bam. Night, fam.
I will. You too, man.
All right. Hey, Casey. I keep waiting for Casey.
Ronbo.
Casey, I keep waiting for you to be like, how much is that again? $29.99. Last time I was in here, you gave that to me for $15. Casey, He's at the drugstore. He's at the drugstore again.
Oh.
Guess you got to let us go shop with you one time.
Were you talking about the super chat, or what did you? I missed what
No,
you
I
said.
was talking
Ronbo.
about you and your over-the-counter drugs. And I just
Oh yeah, I just left the.
I want to hear you in a transaction.
No, I just got my grapes. And man, Ronbo, it's funny you let me off mute right now. I tap in with Reverend Ronbo as I pass this church. You know how the churches have those signs that light up and everything, and they got the sayings on them.
Usually they're put in places like the Tenderloin and places like that. I don't know why they put those kind of churches in those areas where they really are destitute, and you got nothing but the losers and the guys that can't get sober. It's funny. You always see those places set up in those places. Okay.
Oh, Ronbo, man,
Ronbo, the church of what's happening now. Yes.
Man, I'm passing this church, and the sign said, "Trouble is real, so is God."
Bless him.
Oh, man.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, Case,
I'm
we're
like, what's
shopping
next,
here.
Rombo? This is gonna be like we really mobbing out here. Let Jesus take the wheel.
We can't laugh at this. You know, there's people who take this stuff seriously. Stop it. I'm gonna get attacked. Casey,
On this,
listen, we're
on
shopping
this
here.
unholy of Sunday without football, Rombo.
Oh, yeah,
what's taken, man?
I know, right? We're looking at some of the things we need to improve upon in the offseason. A lot of them start with the offensive line. There's priorities here. Now, Jimmy's going to leave. We're going to get some more money and hopefully some draft picks. The cornerback situation still sucks. The offensive line is dangerous. And, Laken Tomlinson and DJ Jones. You know what? No, funny case, because Pop just brought up an interesting point. We were like defensive. We had an army of defensive linemen, but we were minimum on our offensive line as far as building that up. And I think the reason why that defensive line was like that because we knew our secondary was weak. One thing leads to another with the 49ers, it appears, and maybe that's all over the league. But, to make some across-the-board changes, where do you start? Casey, what bothers you about the 49ers as far as the way they're put together right now, and where would you start your improvements?
Well, I mean, they got Joe Montana taking shots at them now too, man. But they're just getting hit from all angles, man.
No, Joe's just Joe.
No one told me to be your family, Ronbo. You know what I mean? Oh,
I know, right? And Casey, I'll be glad when the offseason ends. So, Tom Brady, we can still, we still got a chance. No, you don't. He's not coming back. Stop. So, besides that,
I don't even want Tom Brady, Ronbo. I'm set on Trey, man, and
it should be because that's reality.
Man. Yeah. But I was gonna say something, Ronbo. I forgot, man. But
see, you got to stick to dosage. Don't be overdoing that stuff.
Oh man.
Think deep. Okay. All right. Now, the cornerback situation. All right. You got Mosley. You got the Tyler Great expectation. Ambry Thomas.
I think somehow John Lynch is going to leverage Jimmy into a late first-round pick somehow, or something like that.
Could be, because there's nothing coming out of college that's making anybody crazy. So Jimmy looks good, and Russell Wilson's not leaving Seattle. And no matter how much people think.
I've talked to a bunch of fans and like Steelers fans and Bronco fans. They seem like they'd be okay with Jimmy. So I don't know. I mean, I think I'd be surprised if Jimmy doesn't get at least a second. Yeah. I mean, I know it's asking a lot for a first, and even a second seems kind of like a lot. But I think somehow Lynch will do it. Lynch seems to have his hands in the right places, you know what I mean?
But Casey, remember one thing about Jimmy Garoppolo. What you saw in Jimmy Garoppolo was a guy who came over and yielded to a style of football, a program.
Yeah.
The real Jimmy G is the one we saw in 2017. Other coaches are going to realize that, and they're going to bring him in, and probably he does better with their program than this one, because the 49ers is all about the run. And a lot of quarterbacks maybe have a little problem with that. I mean, as a matter of fact, biggest percentage of quarterbacks probably have a problem with that. Because when they were in school, they were the guys, So now you come into Kyle Shanahan, and you're part of a machine. And some guys can do that, and maybe some can't.
Well, here we are. Somehow, Rumble, you found a way to bring up Jimmy G. We're in the off
No, I was just saying, we were talking about getting a first-round pick for him, So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was me, Rumble. My bad.
It was you.
Is he on the thumbnail? Is Jimmy on the thumbnail tonight somehow? Did you squeeze
No,
him
not
in on
tonight.
the thumbnail?
No, I got Barrett, DJ Jones, and Lakin Thomason.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Lakin's going to walk, and I think McGlinchey will be back.
You think Lakin's going to leave us?
That's the likelihood.
What?
Yeah, because, if you look at his salary, Rumble, I mean, he's playing in California. He's losing a lot of his salary. You just saw Trent get a $30 million signing bonus, and, they've had him in a bargain for the last couple of years. I think it'll be hard to keep him and Mostert. I think Mostert will go too.
I agree. Because, Casey, you know why you're right? Because Lakin never gets hurt. He plays all the time, every year. You don't have to worry about the left side of the guard spot. And, of course, he's get top dollar, and we don't have it.
And the Browns guard just got $16 million a season, so I think Lakin will pull it to
left guard or right? Oh, left guard. Lakin is left guard. 16?
Yeah, so he's gonna move over to like Florida and enjoy the state income tax difference or something like that.
Is Lakin as good as that left guard in Cleveland?
I think so. Yeah, I think Lakin is. I mean, especially if you consider his durability.
Okay, Casey just ruined my day. Because I was, Trent Williams wants Lakin back.
I know, but I mean, Trent's not writing contracts. I mean,
I know, right? They're paying salaries.
So they got to get their center. They got to get,
Oh, God. Case, we got to go. I'll be back Tuesday looking for you. All right?
Always a pleasure, Ronbo.
Always. Love you, fam. Talk to you Tuesday.
Mosey on out of here.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Yeah, all right. And bring a chill pill. Huh? Oh, Bobo, thanks. To-do list for Kyle to stop choking in the fourth. Agreed. And we now move to Chill Bill Phil to shed some light on a situation, and he's always got really good spins. Phil, come on in here and shop with us and give us your perspective.
Well, I mean, Ronbo, I think we got at corner. We got Aubrey Thomas and Mosley. We don't know about Diamador Lenore if he's going to step up, but probably should get a corner somewhere. I would prefer a free agent over a corner, but
we all would.
forget Lattimore. He's got a $27 million cap hit. And
Oh,
he's got
my
$40 million
God.
in dead cap. So
Oh,
forget Lattimore. He's out of touch.
God. There ain't no corners for making that kind of money.
Corners in the free agent. Guy from Pittsburgh, Hayden. He might be okay. I don't know, but might bring in a corner. I would re-sign DJ Jones. I would re-sign Lakin Tomlinson. I don't think he's going to be as expensive as you guys think he is, as people think he is, because of his age.
That's right, huh?
And
Lakin's a spring chicken.
I think we need to upgrade right guard. I don't know what Banks is doing, but second round pick. He's got to step up. If he doesn't, well, then we've got to get a guy to replace him. I would keep Brunskill as a backup. I think he's serviceable because he can play center, guard, and tackle.
Yep.
Inexpensive. He's a restricted free agent. You can get him on a 7th round lockdown, which is really cheap. Mostert, I think, is going to be real cheap coming off the injuries. So I think you can keep him, too. But we'll see.
Phil, do you give him a conditional contract? Though? I mean, do we give him X amount of dollars? And listen, if you make it to the rest of the season, Raheem, we're going to look at this figure. You slide that at him and see what they say. Because if he makes it to a whole season, whatever they're paying him, they're still underpaying him. The guy, he's a game changer.
His contract last year was based on incentives, and he got none of that. So he really didn't make anything last year.
So he owes us. He should come back for that same contract then.
Yeah, it was all incentive based. So other than, $1 million, $2 million of guaranteed, the $5 million, $3 million of it was incentive based that we get back on the cap when they do the adjustments. So, it's really early right now. I haven't seen any of the college stuff and what's going on in the draft.
Yeah.
Free agents. I know who the free agents are, but there's going to be some cuts going on too because there's a lot of teams over the cap. I mean
a
New
lot.
Orleans is $78 million over the cap. So
well, how much?
they get, there's $78 million over the cap.
Ooh.
So there's going to be some cuts too. So we got to, just keep an eye on those. I think we're in a pretty good shape. We got to sign Debo. We got to sign Bosa to long-term deals, 5-year deals.
Yeah.
To get both of them under contract, but that's not going to hit until next year. And
Yeah, the
even then,
impact
it's
of
going to
it,
be low early, and then it builds up to a higher number later. We'll probably have plenty of cap space, probably in the top 5 in cap space once Jimmy gets traded. And I really think Jimmy's going to get us a first rounder.
Yeah, I do too.
You think about it. How many quarterbacks make it to a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game in 5 years, and is drafted mid to late first round? I mean, you look at the mid first round quarterback that was drafted last year was what's his name with New England?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, and his numbers were about equivalent to what Jimmy's numbers were this year.
And Phil, you look at his pedigree. Here's a guy that came over, was brought up by Belichick, raised further under Shanahan. I'm thinking, and he's been to where you just mentioned, I'm taking him anyway. Because I got a feeling I could do some things different with him, like Belichick said, and we could be efficient. If Washington's got a great defense and they got a run game, or even Indy, he got a great run game and a good defense.
Well, if
you
Washington
do that.
offers the 11th pick in the draft, I'm jumping all over that.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
That's a top-notch player.
Don't even talk to anybody else. Just, all right, fine, the deal's done.
Pittsburgh would be a possibility. He would be a good fit for them because they run the ball. They got a good defense. He would be pretty good for them. So I was looking at Pittsburgh or Washington would be the suitors for Jimmy.
Yeah, I just wonder what Pittsburgh. I read where they're looking at a quarterback in the draft, but they could be kidding, so they could drive if they want Jimmy.
In the draft, and especially where they draft. They were in the playoffs, so
I know. Trade up.
So they're going to be a late first rounder.
Yeah,
mid to late. So, and we get that for Jimmy, then we offload the salary and cut D Ford and then
Phil, you know about the D Ford situation, though, right?
Jimmy Ward. Huh?
You know about the D Ford situation, though. That's already been diagnosed, and it's not good. You don't save a lot of money, and D Ford's lawyer, I don't know who he is.
Well,
and
you
I say
save
lawyer,
a
not
couple
agent.
mil.
Yeah,
you save a couple mil.
Yeah.
I mean, and we saved 25 mil with Jimmy, and then we restructured Jimmy Ward.
Yeah,
and save about $4 or $5 million there.
And maybe Armstead.
So Armstead's there too as a restructure. I mean, we've got possibilities where you look at the Rams situation. They've already restructured everybody on the team,
and they all went for it. So we got to stop though.
They got the thing, and now Aaron Donald's talking about retiring.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, he's coming back. They've already made up. Him and McVay decided, we're going to go. Let's run it back. So,
yeah.
All right, Phil. I tell you what, always as usual.
Ronbo.
Good stuff.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Be back Tuesday. Have a great night, Phil.
All right.
And Cynthia, I see you, Cynthia. I saw you last time too. Hi, Cynthia. Cynthia, she's way out on the East Coast. Got her staying up this late. And let's go to South Carolina for 843 area code. Ooh, da. 843. 843. 843, hello. All right, we'll come back to 843. And Fly Guy is the guy I believe that was gonna. Fly Guy, come on in.
What's good?
Fly Guy. I was trying to think of who that was, and you weren't on Twitter, but I was trying to think of that. Who had trade George Kittle on his list? Was that you?
Nah, I don't be on Twitter like that.
But no, did you come here on the phone and say we could trade George Kittle? Somebody who traded George Kittle here on the show, and,
Yeah.
and he got booed in the chat. That wasn't you?
Nah. Nah.
But hey, Fly Guy, what are you thinking, man? We need some improvements to be made here. We need to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
We need to re-sign people and some stuff like that. What have you got that I haven't added, or anything I added that you think is exactly right?
On that Raheem Mostert,
Yeah.
we ain't got no option but to sign him. If we don't, and he end up going to one of those Seahawks or Green Bay, we ain't got nobody on our team that can catch him.
Oh, Fly Guy, you know what? They're having problems with running back situations in Seattle. You're right.
We have
That is
nobody
where
that
he'd
can
end up.
catch Mostert.
I know.
We be in trouble.
Nobody does. Once he hits open, that's it. Goodbye.
Yeah, you untouched because he's so fast.
He hits some holes like quick. Oh, he gets to that hole quick.
Our defensive back, we don't have no speed back there. It's like, who gonna catch Mostert? Who? If Mostert run loose, who gonna chase him down? Nobody.
They wave at him as he's going
better
by.
sign.
Yeah. Or do like I used to do back in school. You know, you pull up, you grab your calf, you grab your hamstring like you pull a muscle because you can't catch the dude. You know? So everybody knows you to get smoked.
Man, it's crazy.
You know,
and then what I this is my opinion because we don't need nobody in the offensive line. We got a good offensive line because we was running the ball so hard they had to put 8 men in the box. 8 men to stop us from running. The way the offense Todd's gonna run the offense, it's not gonna be like Jimmy G where you gotta just drop back and just sit there. He gonna be doing a rollout, bootlegs, because Lentz can move out the pocket. So we don't really need we got Trent already. We fine on the offensive line. Now what we really need is somebody who gonna back up Trey Lance. If Trey Lance is the starter, we can't just go off Trey Lance. If Trey Lance get hurt, what we gonna do?
Just quit. Because we got Sudfeld, but I don't know what they're going to do with Sudfeld. And there's no mention of who's going to be backup. Yeah, I don't know.
A quarterback that's going to come in to win. Like, I'm not talking about just anybody can be Debo can be a third string quarterback.
And we got a couple of guys. Also, we got a receiver to get a quarterback. Actually, Juice says he can quarterback.
Yeah.
You know.
But we don't need a quarterback, like somebody who can, if Trey Lance get hurt, come right in and start winning. Because we ain't got time to waste no more. Like,
boy, he wasted a lot.
Yeah, we wasted a lot of time with the players that we had. So now both of them got to be re-signed. Like, players move on. It's like players move on, money, deals go bad. Yeah, so we got to win now. It's like that's what I was trying to say. Even though we have Trey Lance, we should always probably go after. I know y'all like, oh, Brady, it's not gonna happen, but we don't know that.
Yes, we do.
We always say
Brady
not gonna
told you
happen.
that, Fly Guy.
And like,
he wasn't playing. Brady says no. He says, you guys, 2 years ago I asked you to come over there, and you said no. I'm saying no now. No.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not even just Tom Brady. Who knows? Murray. Like, anybody can come in and
wait. Did you say Murray?
Yeah.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Bring in Kyler Murray as Trey Lance's backup?
No, not a backup. It's like whoever win the starting job, starting job. But we're going to
let's get ready to lose it on that one. I said, Fly Guy did it again. He broke one of my ribs.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna need 2 quarterbacks. Just like this year, Jimmy G was a starter when Trey Lance came in and won the game to get up to the playoff. this is the kind of backup I'm talking about. Not just a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
That's why I say we can still need a veteran
Like
quarterback.
I don't know who's available out there this we can afford. See, because you look at Tyrod Taylor, and he might be the best one as far as the group of people that's out there, but Tyrod is not going to come cheap.
But
And then
I believe it's those teams is interested in Jimmy G because they having quarterback problems. They want to get rid of their quarterbacks. Jimmy G is the next best option right now if you want to win for a little bit. So they might work something out like Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay might want Jimmy G, and boom, here's a deal with Brady to the 49ers. you don't know what's going to happen.
Yes, you do.
I'm trying to tell you.
Anybody but
Anything can
Brady.
happen.
All right? And Rodgers, they're not leaving. And Brady's at home. His wife told him, don't even talk about football, all right? Anything, I'm telling you, Tom, don't do it. Tom is at home, and that's it. People think he's going to come out of retirement. Ain't going to happen.
Tom gonna be like, you know who just called me? 49ers, man. Come on, man. I'm out of here. I'm single.
And then Giselle brings him a blanket and a pillow. Okay, Tom, you know what? Tonight you sleep on the sofa. If I hear one more word about football, you'll be sleeping out on the front porch. And from there, you know what happens.
Think about it. That's a good look. Brady in the 49ers jersey. That look beautiful.
It's a great look. It's not going to happen, but we got to go anyway. Hey, Tuesday, come back. I can't. The program has to have you, man. I'll see you Tuesday if you got time. All right. Good night, fam. And Raul. Raul, man. Hey.
Hello.
Raul, man. Come on in, man. You see what we're doing here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We're looking at the team and where we need the improvements the most, where they're going to put the most emphasis on this year. Because you know what? Raul, the bad thing about the 49ers is you can't treat all the things that could be an issue next year, not all of them this year. I guess it's always going to be that way. No team has every team with no voids, but we got a few. That offensive line, if that isn't shored up, you're going to have Trey running for his life, and you cannot have that. He's a youngster who needs time to learn, and he needs time to throw. And then the cornerback situation, as you know, we've been crying about that for how long? And I don't know about you, but I'm still crying about a wide receiver speed, dude. But Raul, what have you been thinking?
Nah, man. Damn, Ronbo, I told you last time this was going to happen. I knew Mike McDaniel was going to get taken. I told you that when they took Robert Saleh, and you were like, no, they won't take him. And they took him, and they almost took D'Amico Ryans from us all in the same year. And you know, Adam Peters, too.
There, and he said, and guys, I make a phone call and get one more guy over here. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you ready to come on back to Miami? Yeah, Wes Welker. Oh, are you serious? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there in the morning. Oh, you know what scares you, Raul? Why are these guys busting? Well, the money. Miami, there's no taxes on your money, too. So,
Yeah, well, I think it's obviously the money plays a factor, but these people want to build their own legacy, their own shot. That's the whole reason why they do this. So I understand it. I mean, congrats to them. But as far as us, we can't adjust everything. We just need to. Do whatever's best for the team. If, the best player available is there and he fits what we need, then I guess you just take him. That's the way it is. It sucks that Aaron Bakes, Trey Sermon, other players before them, we don't need to bring everybody up, but we know who they are. The misses that we had, they affected us. But you know what? We only don't have a first-round pick for this year, this upcoming draft, and the next draft. And you know what? Right now, our draft this year is fine. Our picks, and if whatever we get for Jimmy G is a positive. I know it's hard to look at it like that. I just hope we break even with them, get a second-round pick. Then that would be amazing. So, and we can just address needs, best players available. I really don't see the 49ers wasting more draft capital as far as moving up back into the first round. Like if we have 2 seconds, I think we need every player we can get. I think we have a good, solid team, and it just sucks that, we have to these players that we got gems later in the later rounds. We had to pay them all like number ones, you know. And some people, they all deserve it, but you know, how long can you sustain to keep signing all these people and paying them as the top 5 in their position? It just doesn't seem like it's gonna last long. So you know, eventually we're gonna lose someone. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't know how you feel about it, but I know eventually somebody's gonna be gone.
Sure, but all, you know, if I trade 2 second-round picks the first round, there's probably some team that's in the first round with a number of first-round picks, and it's probably a really bad team. Like if I go to Detroit and say, "Hey, Lions, how about a couple of second-round picks for that third, fourth, fifth round, or whatever, about that 12th pick," or maybe even a team like the Falcons with Ridley. Although, you know, I don't know if I want Ridley. We got enough wide receivers, but if the Falcons want to lose that, you know, I don't know. They only got 1 first-round pick. But some of those teams that got more than 1 first-round pick, and there's a few, and they're high up in the draft, you might, and I think the 49ers might consider that. They see somebody they really want to target because they proved they'll do that by going after Trey Lance this last year.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like, damn, I don't know what's gonna happen with. Let's say Brandon Ayuk balls out this season coming up. How are we going to pay Debo and Nick Bosa and him? You know, I'm telling you, we're going to be losing people real quick. Like, we're going to feel this real soon. People don't know it, but trust me, it's coming.
You're going to start cutting people that you might want to keep, you know?
Or trading a star player. Or, you know, I just hope we lock down Nick Bosa because my biggest fear is, know, him not wanting to go leave and play with his brother or somebody that's going to pay him big, you know, because if he is free agency, I don't think it'll happen. You know, I'm just saying if he was, that'd be very scary. Because I'll tell you what, somebody's gonna throw the checkbook at him.
You're talking 30 mil, and that's gonna happen in the next couple of years. It doesn't kick in until the year after next. And Debo is one of the biggest game changers in the game, and he is definitely going to stay in San Francisco. They're not going anywhere. The 49ers will go to the poorhouse or to jail for fraud or something because they're not letting those guys go. You know, 49ers, you guys have been over the cap. Jesus Christ, I can't even count the zeros here. You guys are going to be actually susceptible dollar for dollar tax rate. You know that, don't you? Well, you know what? I'm going to jail. I'm not paying that kind of money if I'm Jed York, right? I'm sitting and watch my team from the penitentiary. But there's some things they've got to consider, and Parag's got to figure it out.
Yep. Well, he is the numbers guy, so. All right, Ronbo, I'll let you go. Just wanted to check in. I know you say you won't be here tomorrow, so Tuesday. Yeah. Shout out to you. Shout out to production. Hit them likes. Ronbo Sports.
Thanks, fam. Good to hear from you, too. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
And let's roll on back to South Carolina. 843. Hello, South Carolina. Okay. And Sunday afternoon, or should we say Sunday evening? Emilio. I figured Emilio's probably been barbecuing ever since like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But you got to do the barbecue up, man.
I wish.
You should do a barbecue. You actually do a barbecue video and talk about what's in your sauce, and say, "Listen, I can tell you about every ingredient but this one. But if I tell you what's in this, I'll have to kill you." You know. Emilio. So we're trying to make some adjustments, man. Emilio, where's the place you put the most emphasis on that you know is going to get us over the hump?
There's a few things we actually need. We need to fix that line, and we need another receiver. We do need another receiver, as much as some people think we don't. And then we need of course we need a corner. So fix that secondary one way or another.
Yeah, this is an ongoing drama with us, the corner and the offensive line. You know what, Emilio? Are we ever going to fix it to the point we can actually be satisfied?
You know
we did
what?
when we had Sherman in 2019, actually. I just thought about that.
I think with Shanahan was just enough. You don't need the best line, just enough to hold enough for the quarterback to get the pass off or develop the run. I think that's all they want. It's just enough to hold so we can get the play going. I don't think they need the best line in the NFL. And I know they care, but it just they just basically want the bare minimum out of a player.
Yeah, but Williams is like the best there is, right? And they went after him. We had Joe Staley. And I guess his left side protection. It's funny. McGlinchey was gonna be okay last year. His run game kind of fell down a little bit, but he was protecting a little better.
You know what? I think what they just want somebody to fall in their lap and then bloom and then go from there. Because it looks like when we go to, we've had a couple problems the last couple times trying to pick up a lineman. You look McGlinchey. McGlinchey has his moments, then he's horrible. He's good. He's horrible. Yeah. And so it's just one of those. Man, they just need somebody to fight. Hopefully, let's see if Aaron Banks does work out. But other than that, we don't actually know what's going on with that scenario.
That was a second-round pick too. So do people think they're gonna pick up another second-round pick with offensive linemen? That's not gonna happen this year. So you're definitely you're right about that.
Yeah. Just gotta wait and see what else happens. Too much because
Yeah, Emil, you like really Mostert. Don't you go down on record as liking Mostert?
No, I do. But to me, he's getting to the point where he has to come cheap. Because he's been getting hurt lately.
Yeah.
And he's been getting hurt. I thought we were gonna have a good year with him.
Contract last year, though. All he had to do was come out and play.
Yeah.
And he had $3 million left added that he left on the table because he left.
But you know what I thought with Mostert? Like I said, they can't pay him too much money. At the same time, I said it before. He's good. He's great. He's fast. Mm-hmm. But he's not a starter. He's just not. I know people might have their own opinion, say he is. But the way Shanahan uses him,
you got to platoon him.
He's not a starter. We need somebody else.
Yeah, you got to platoon him.
You
can't have that's
why you look at it. That's why we got that's why we got Mitchell now. So that's what that is.
Yeah.
You think about Mitchell and him and Marshall should be pretty good.
Yeah.
We need that double team running back, that double tandem.
Yeah, because you got Mitchell, Mostert, Sermon. I still want to keep Jeffrey Wilson Jr. because I think he just didn't fully recover from that leg. But Jeffrey Wilson Jr., I love watching him run, boy. I really do.
Yeah, no, like I said,
all of them will be hurt before the season's over anyway.
Yeah, well, they always do. For some reason, we find a way. It's because it's style of football we play. We play that hard-nosed football, get in your face type football. That's one of the reasons why we a lot of players get hurt. You really do notice.
Yeah. That's
why a lot of them go down, or we have a lot of rotation players just for that. So, I mean, if you do get, like you said, if we get Mostert back, it helps. That's what I'm saying. We also need another receiver because that would help too. Besides, I like the ones we got, but I think we do need that speedster. That's the one thing we do need, and I think that would help us. That would help us a whole lot. That's why I like that one. I heard people talk about him. What was Trey Lance's old teammate
back
Chris
from
Watson, I think.
Yeah. You know what? I don't care how good he is. If with his speed, I want him. All right, just get him.
Yeah. So, and you think about it, hey, it worked for Burrow. You got his. You got him Chase. Hey, look at the price tag. You get him his teammate, it might work. And I got him to the Super Bowl. So you never know. Stuff like that, it works out. Like I said.
And if they ever get
if we can get a push to get certain players that we should get.
Yeah.
I know we've been having the habit of lately getting what we need. I think at this point in time now, I think we need to get players the best player available at that time. Yeah. That's what we need to start doing now because we have a team that can win. Yep. We've proven it already.
Yeah. Get somebody who can take somebody's job. I don't care what position it is. You're right.
Pretty much, yeah. If it's the best running back, get the best running back.
Yeah.
If it's best wide receiver, get a linebacker. Whatever position is at the best, I think we should pick them up at that point in time. Whoever the best player is available at that point. It's getting to the point our players are getting expensive. They're getting better. But, we're going to get to the point where, like, if we want to be competitive every year and that year in and year out, we got to start replacing some of these players just in case.
That's right. I mean, I don't know how. It seems like we just picked it. We're out of time. I will see you Tuesday.
Right. And I guess the only other reason I haven't been here in a couple of days, I end up having a new baby. So,
Oh! Congratulations, girl or boy?
Another girl.
All right, that's what you need to be, though. So when you get older, you stand at the front door. What do you want, man? What do you want? Don't be knocking on this door. Get out.
A new Niner fan is born. A Niner fan is born.
That's it. All right. All right, fam. I'll see you Tuesday. Congratulations
All right.
again. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Here goes Emilio. Papa Emilio got 2 now. He's gonna be like Papa Dragon. He's a Papa Emilio. They got 2 little girls. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show. Big show. I seen you on Twitter. I was laughing. But somebody really made you mad.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea.
So, man, that's what comes with appreciating certain players. You're always going to get that contingent that forms a posse to come after you. I've been going through it for years. I love it.
we have fans, Ronbo.
I know.
It's amazing.
So, hey, but I know if anybody had to ask about making some repairs around the shop, it's you. What are you going to do the 49ers to make things better?
As far as the pending free agents that we have, the only one I want to bring back is Lincoln Tomlinson. Raheem Mostert and Jason Verrett and DJ Jones are all replaceable in this draft. We could go younger and cheaper, and John Lynch said himself that he wants to budget for Deebo Samuel and Nick Bosa, and that's the fat right there. You need to trim in order to make that happen. Yeah, so there's guys like Perrion Winfrey, a defensive tackle out of Oklahoma. You can draft in the 3rd to 2nd round. There's guys like Marcus Jones. You can draft in the 3rd to 2nd round. Corners, Darion Kendrick, you can draft in the 2nd round to replace Verrett. There's guys like Kenneth Walker you can draft in the 3rd to 2nd round as far as running backs goes, game changers that you're looking for out of Michigan State.
Wait. So you Kenneth Brown? What?
No, Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker.
Yeah?
Kenneth Walker is the 3rd.
What kind of speed?
Out of Michigan State.
I suspect
he's a running back.
Speed. Has he got a lot of speed?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You need to look him up.
Good weight? Kenneth Walker.
And
okay.
Kenneth Walker the 3rd. And as far as receivers goes, we definitely need to have at least 3 because we have 3 pending free agents as well. And the one we're only going to be re-signing is Juwan Jennings. Travis Benjamin, Richie James, and Mohamed Sanu are all pending free agents. That room's going to be made over. And
Jennings.
Yeah.
Hey, is Jennings a free agent this year?
Yeah, he is. He's an unrestricted free agent. So we signed him to a $660,000 contract.
Okay,
we can't negotiate with other teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to cheat somebody. Juwan, you can make big money soon. This year.
Yeah.
Next year.
So the receiving room's going to be made over. We definitely need to make Lincoln Tomlinson the top priority because he's the most reliable player. He's Mr. Reliable, Ronbo.
I mean, he never gets hurt. I agree.
He's been with us. Nobody appreciates him. Yes, he commits penalties, but I'm not too concerned about that because we always bounce back from them really well, and he's just there always. He's always there. He's the only player on our roster that hasn't been injured.
Hasn't missed a
snap. Can you imagine that?
Doesn't miss a snap. Really.
No.
He lost his shoe last year, but that was it. Put his shoe back on and came back in.
Mm-hmm. And so as far as our right side of our offensive line goes, that needs to be taken care of. I'm tired of McGlinchey, McFloppy, McFoldy, McPancake, McGriddle,
everything but
McInjured.
A Big Mac. Yeah.
Yeah. We need one of those right there on the offensive line as a Big Mac. And I agree with Morgan Moses. That would be a great signing. And also I would bring in guys like Cordell Patterson to help Deebo out a lot. Because Kyle Shanahan said himself that he was trying to get Cordell before the beginning of the season.
God,
this last
two
season.
of those guys. Can you imagine the 49ers with 2 of that kind of player? Oh, that would just,
and as far as,
wow.
And we can bring in cheap guys for our defensive line like Akeem Hicks, who's 32 years old from the Bears, and also Dante Fowler, who the Falcons just released, and who's only 27 and would be a lot cheaper than Arden Key. And we have Chris Kasirk, don't forget, as our defensive lines coach.
Tony Wright is
resurrect their.
When you said get rid of Fowler, Tony doesn't like him, I think.
Who you mean
Fowler?
You mean bring in Dante Fowler?
Yeah, I think he's with the Falcons now, right?
No, they released him.
See, that's what I mean. The Falcons got really tired. I didn't even know about that. They released him when?
But we have Chris Kasurek as our defensive lines coach who resurrected Arden Key and Kerry Hyder. And look at Kerry Hyder. He got overpaid in Seattle, who didn't really do shit this year.
He got injured.
For them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's all kinds of options. We can restructure Eric Armstead like people said tonight.
Yeah.
Sign Jimmy Ward to a contract that would save us $5 million, a contract extension to save us money. Because Debo and Nick's contract won't kick in until next year.
Right.
So we have $50 million to play with this year. And we'll be a playoff run team again.
Yeah.
So we need to seriously. We need to seriously address that offensive line, that right side of the offensive line. And there's no telling what happens to Alex Mack either. We got to worry about that because he's been hinting at retirement.
Yep. He's thinking about it.
So
he's got to make a decision.
Yep.
This year.
And the receiver I'm after is John Mechie out of Alabama.
What's his name?
He runs a 4.4, but I think he's a lot faster than that.
Okay.
4.40 flat, but he's a lot faster than that.
All right. Some guys got game speed. Some guys got 40 speed. Yeah. So you're right.
Yep.
Well,
he's got game speed. That's an Alabama receiver right there.
As usual, you got great stuff. I'll be looking for you Tuesday for more of your stuff.
For sure. All right. Shout out to our fans out there. Shout out to the TNT family, and y'all take care.
All right.
Have a great night.
You too, fam.
All right.
Here it comes. It's a Lee time of year, too. Hey, Lee, down in the land where they grow the best kiwis on the planet. Lee.
How are you, Ronbo?
Hey, doing all right. You know, it's off season. No stress time. But
yeah, that's good.
But Lee, at least you got his mock draft posted up. I like it.
Yeah, I
Kenneth
just had a
Walker
little,
third. I like these names. Some of these names, Big Show just mentioned too. All right.
I think he got them off this draft, Ronbo, because he goes, "Oh, I love that draft, Lee."
Lee is good. Really is good. I mean, you know, a lot of people look at Lee and his thinking when he's talking about getting guys out of the draft. But Lee, you know, are you pretty much going to do most of what you're going to do if you're in the front office from the draft, or you see some free agents? We don't have any money, so there's no really mathematical genius one could apply to actually start talking to free agents. Although to have Cordero Patterson and Debo on the same team, that is ridiculous. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, I've heard that scenario. I've heard someone talk about that. I think who was Jesse, another Niner guy, Ronbo. I've heard him. I think he was the first person I seen brought that scenario up. Yeah, that would be great. You know, it's a lot of weapons. I'm not sure how much he's going to cost. You know, he's not young anymore, so I don't think he's going to cost too much. I think that might be a good sort of value for production.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, yeah, that's what I'm just going to be looking at, like what we do in this free agency. You know, what guys we bring back. You know, what guys we sign. I don't think we're going to be doing too much signing other players in the free agency. I think most of it will be, you know, locking up the players that we need.
Yeah.
Laken Tomlinson. You know, straight away I thought, we got to bring Laken back, but you've also got to look at that contract there, Ronbo, and how much he's going to cost. And if you look at
you heard about the guy in Cleveland, right? $16 million annual pop. Damn.
Yeah. And that's something I'm not sure if they're going to pay him the money. You know, if they do, you know, it would be great to have him back, especially with Trey there, because, you know, it sort of solidifies that side of the line, you know, that left side next to Trent Williams. But I don't know if they're going to do it. It's going to be interesting because, you know, they did draft Aaron Banks, and Aaron Banks was a left guard at Notre Dame. So they might just think, you know, that was the plan all along, you know?
Yes, that may have been the plan all along. Lee, I forgot about that. He's a left tackle or left guard anyway.
Yeah. And a lot of people thought, he's going to come in and play right guard this year because we drafted him so highly. But if they keep him at his natural position, then that might have been the plan all along, thinking, you know, they're going to have to pay Laken. Instead of having to pay him, they could just bring someone through to just slot in there.
Man,
and
Big Banks and Big Williams coming off the left side. That's a lot of humanity coming at you. And that guy, I understand he can move pretty well, too. Ooh.
And if we don't pay Laken, you know, obviously that was probably the plan all along. And I just hope that our O-line's ready. I hope Mac's still there, Ronbo. I expect him to be, because I'd hate to lose Lakin if we don't repay him, and then also lose Mac, because
that's too much.
That's pretty hard for a rookie quarterback to come in and with a line that's still like gonna hold new chemistry. You're gonna need, if you're replacing too many players on that line.
I know.
And
I
McGlinchey's
agree.
So yeah,
especially with Kyle's offense, he's a huge plus.
Yeah, and if you draft a guy, right, it's going to take a while, especially that center position in this offense, to learn it all and just have that little chemistry going on along those 5 linemen. So, yeah, that's a big thing, I think, if you put Alex Mack
and
back.
they didn't get a center out of the draft or any place else last year. Lee, that was a mistake. Let somebody work under this guy, Alex Mack. Oh, that would have been ideal.
Well, that could be what we do this year, right, is draft a guy around the middle to late of this draft to learn under Mac. I know there's that guy out of Boston College who'll be there later, Alec Lindstrom. There's a real good guy in the first round, but he won't last that long run, but he won't last to us. Tyler Linderbaum, I've been behind him for a long time. And that's the thing, like there seems to be a big drop-off from after the first round with the offensive linemen. It's a bit like corners usually you have to go early to get them, first or second round. But this year is quite deep in the corners. So I don't know if we're going to replace
one question, though. One question, because you probably know. Remember the center out of Alabama that said was actually the best center in football, but he hurt his knee? Did he get drafted last year?
Landon Dickerson?
Was that him? That the guy out of Alabama that was considered?
Yeah, I think he went in the. Did he go in the second round? I'm pretty sure, Ronbo.
Damn it.
You had, you had Penei Sewell and Slater were the top guys. They're both tackles, though. You had Landon Dixon, but the bargain was Creed Humphrey, Ronbo, and he was a first rounder, and then the Chiefs picked him up. I think it was the third round they got him, or late second, and he was the bargain guy.
Bingo.
So yeah, that was a guy that we could have got, and we sort of missed. And also Trey Smith, the Chiefs picked up both of them, Ronbo, and he was a guy a couple of years ago that was thought to be a definite first rounder, and he had some medical issues, and he fell really late, like the 6th or 7th round, and the Chiefs got both of them.
Who's running the scouting? Who's scouting? Oh, God, the Chiefs, wow.
Yeah, so they sort of rebuilt their whole line. They went and got Orlando Brown to play tackle, and they built their whole line in 1 year.
Yeah.
Rebuilt it.
Basically 1 year, because they were just poo-poo before.
Yeah, so with us, I'm just hoping we sort of go for the best players, that are available at our picks. I don't want to really be reaching for guys just for need, It's a big thing.
Like we do every year.
I look at last year, Ronbo, and my favorite player was Micah Parsons. He gets Defensive Rookie of the Year. My favorite offensive player, Jamar Chase, he gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. Amon Ra, he was a day 3 guy. He ended up being graded one of the top 4 receivers in the draft, and he went in the late 4th round.
This is awesome stuff, Lee. But you got too much, man. We got to get more from you on Tuesday, okay? I'm impressed every year with your stuff.
Hey, Ronbo. But thanks for the platform. We'll go over some draft guys as we're leading up to it. Looking forward to the combine too.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. That's fun. All right, Lee. Appreciate you, fam. You know this. I'll be looking for you each and every time I get in here. All right, be back Tuesday.
Yeah, later, Ronbo.
Later. Yeah. Hey, Omar. It can't be Florida's Omar. Omar.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, stranger?
I could be doing better. We could be, we watched the Rams go in there and get our Super Bowl because we couldn't get past them for only the first time in God knows how long. And I still think we probably could have beat the Browns too, Cincinnati, because they didn't have anybody that could stop keep Burrow from hitting the dirt. We would have done them the same way. But Omar, we're trying to fix the team now so we can go back and get another shot. Where do you see things that need to be fixed?
I think we definitely need to have to fix the offensive line because, towards the end of that game, it's like Jimmy didn't have any time to throw the ball. Guys were in his face. I mean, you can't throw the ball. I don't care who you have back there. If you're getting pressure like that, man, them guys were getting in, and Jimmy was lost. And oh gosh, I'm still pissed about the game. Yeah. And football season's over. And I'm still kind of pissed off because this was our year.
If Trent Williams is healthy, at least we have one side of the line that we could have worked with and could have ran the ball a little bit, But you can't have both tackles dead meat.
Yeah. This was our year, Ronbo.
I know.
And I've been listening to all your radio shows at nighttime because I'm catching them at nighttime. So, but I've been following and this pipe dream about Aaron Rodgers coming to San Francisco. He's not coming here. Tom Brady's not coming here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes.
please, guys, please, faithful, let's be real with
Stop
ourselves.
it.
We cannot afford these guys
Anyway,
who'll be over the
even if
salary
they
cap.
were coming, Omar,
Because
exactly
of cap
right.
reasons. Yeah, we have Trey Lance. It's a Trey Lance era.
Yes.
You know, yes, there's going to be some bumps and bruises. You know, he might struggle, he might not. But if you really look at it, no one knows who this guy is. He's only had 2 starts. Give him a chance. The same way everybody rallied around Jimmy, rally around Trey. You know, he doesn't have the experience. He's only started 2 games. He needs to work on some intangibles there, but he's a good player. I mean, I've seen some guy
underline, but he's got an offensive line to work behind. He cannot be back there dodging bullets.
He's a good thrower, though, man. The guy can throw the rock, man.
Oh, yeah.
He can throw the ball. Give him a chance. Everyone's riding him and saying, "Oh, he's not going to be this good." Nobody knows how good he's going to be. Nobody knows. It's a question mark right now, but I think he's going to be good. I mean, like, I know.
No matter what. That's who we got.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're in good hands, okay? We need to see if we can lock up. We definitely need. Our secondary was exposed against the Rams because Cooper Kupp was eating on us. It was too horrific to watch. I was so mad. I was like, we beat this team for 3 seasons straight, and they beat us when it counted the most, and it hurt because we were winning by 10. And even when Tart dropped the interception, there were still 9 minutes left in the game. So the momentum was swung our way, but it still won't guarantee us a win at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
And also, you didn't need, I don't know, the refs, J-Dub went out there and got that helmet on OBJ, but everybody says, that was revenge. And the ref said, 15 yards, that 40, 50, that was a 50-yard gain that didn't need to be.
That was really stupid. I said, you're in a game that a triple Super Bowl on the line, to pull something like that, man, like that's Bush League, man. You know what I mean? You don't do something like that.
I think when you saw the replay, it looked like Jimmy went down. He was going low. But OBJ, and I really think they'd rethink that rule. If you can see the defenders obviously going low, and then if offensive goes down with them, don't throw the flag on that. There was nothing that guy could do.
I'm just saying, he wasn't going anywhere anyway, and when he hit him, and I'm like, oh my God, and then the flag came out. And, like, it just, I hate to say the Super Bowl was scripted, but I was disappointed. I didn't care for the game. I was more interested in the halftime show.
I know that's the best part of that game.
You know what I mean? Because for me, that was the best thing. Now, if the 49ers would have been in it, it would have been a whole different ball game. Like I say, Ronbo, I've been a fan since '87. Since remember we had fucking Jerry Drunken-Miller, Sean Hill, Ken Dorsey, McCoy.
We went through.
We had all those guys, man. I remember how bad we were for a long period of time. We didn't go to the playoffs in it was like 10 years. It was a 10-year drought. We
had Mooch. We should have done better. It's been every year at the same time. Almost. We're crying.
Yeah, listen, I know you don't have a lot of time. I know we have other callers, but I want to say I love your show, Ronbo.
Thanks,
and thank you for the platform. I haven't called in, but I've been listening. I love your show. I just want to say one thing, man. Thank Jimmy for what he's done for us. We were in the dark ages before he came along. Just keep that in mind. We went to the Super Bowl, 2 NFC championship games. The guy played out, hey, I think before I go, I think there was a distrust between him and Kyle. I really think that because a 9-man front up against you and you're running the ball and you're not calling any passing plays, that's what people see. Yeah. We all see the same game. So I don't know why. Give the keys to Jimmy and let him ride it out, dude.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying. Just let the guy ride it out. Give him a fair shake.
You got that far with him. Let him do it, But what's so funny, Omar?
Dude, he's a class
that box has been loaded like that, and we ran still anyway. Kyle's cocky about his offense. So,
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like you got to give the keys to Jimmy, let him throw the ball. There was not enough ball thrown. And you have Kittle, who's making all this money, who ain't even getting the ball. Doesn't make any sense, man. But
too
listen.
late for that.
Whoever's under center for the 49ers, that's who I'm riding with. If it's Trey or Jimmy, that's who I'm riding with, man.
There you go.
Man, go faithful. I love your show, guys, and peace.
Thanks,
have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, fam.
Right.
Here goes Omar. We haven't talked to him in a while. Hey, JT.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
JT, man, we're sitting there wondering what the 49ers are going to do next. We know what we want to do next. So, JT, you're on. What are you going to do to fix some of the things that we can already see are about to be a problem for 2022?
Well, I'm going to start right here with free agency, Rombo. I want to just keep some of the players we got on the team. I know people want to say, they've got injury-prone players. But, if you really think about it, man, any player can get hurt at any given time. It's
I've been telling
football.
people that for a long time, and it's been proven. Yes, I agree.
And, the players I want to keep, you got to – I would love to bring back Lakin Tomlinson, on the offensive line because that's, it's very important. We got to – that's, I just can't see – I don't see anybody better.
Serious. True.
Yeah, it's serious. We need our left guard. We need to bring back Lakin. That's off the top. My second players I want to bring back is DJ Jones. I much rather have DJ Jones, Rombo, over Javon Kinlaw. Let Javon go. Bring back DJ Jones.
Whoa! Oh, there it is. Hey, T said it. Because, Kinlaw's not DJ Jones. He's not as effective. No. I agree.
No.
But I want to keep them both, though. I really do. But
yeah,
anyway.
I want to keep DJ Jones, Rombo. And here's my third one. This one's going to be a shocker for everybody. And like I said, anybody can get hurt at any given time. You got to bring back Jason Barrett because what he did last year for us, shit, man. He's a lockdown corner. He's got his own island.
That's a
what I'm saying? When that man's healthy, he shuts it down. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to talk about something. This Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers situation.
Talk about it. I love it.
Rombo, I wouldn't be mad if either one came to the team. Look, Trey Lance is only 21 years old. What's it going to hurt to let him sit another year? I mean, don't get me wrong, faithful. Yeah. I like Trey Lance, and I'm excited to see him play too. If we don't get neither Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, I don't care. I'm rolling with Trey. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been looking at some, I've been looking at him practice on YouTube, and it's looking good. I think the sky's the limit with Trey Lance. But I think for some weird reason, I just got this funny feeling, Rombo. Tom Brady hasn't even put his retirement papers in yet. And that's
but Tampa Bay won't accept it anyway. So even if you wanted to,
but just think about this, Rom. Think about this for a minute. I'm just saying here, Tom Brady's almost already at the twilight of his career.
No, he
can still ball.
Listen,
okay,
JT, you got to give up something to get Tom Brady. Tampa Bay's not going to let him go. He's still they still own his rights.
You give them Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? They want to let Jimmy G go.
It's going to take more than that kind of exchange. Jimmy makes 27, right? They're going to say, okay, listen, you guys, we're going to go ahead and need Debo. What? Yeah.
No.
They're going to ask for something big. Or not even ask for Jimmy. Maybe they don't even ask for Jimmy. They said, we'll take Debo.
How are you going to ask for something big when that man's at the twilight of his career? You know what I'm saying? He's only going to play football for another year.
Yeah, well,
And I'm just saying, Rombo, like, if he's going to play for one more year since he hasn't even put in his retirement papers in yet, he's going to want to play for us. Mike Florio kind of made a point. I don't even like Mike Florio.
Oh, yeah.
But he kind of hit me.
Don't get me started on him. Yeah. But, yeah. But the thing is, I really think this program needs to start building for the future. Now, if you get Tom Brady in here by some miracle, now you set the program back another year. I don't know if you can afford to use that time. What if he doesn't? It's a gamble. What if we don't get that Super Bowl?
True. But, I mean, what do you what the numbers he put up last year, I mean,
I know, 5,000 yards.
It was kind of eye-popping for a 44-year-old.
It's eye-popping for any age, 5,000 plus yards. But here's the thing, though. What are you going to do? Tom Brady's he doesn't play Kyle Shanahan football. Now what?
I think Tom Brady is a smart quarterback. I think he could flourish in Kyle Shanahan's system. I just don't think that they would just really get along very well, to be honest with you. That's just my only concern right there. But you know what? I'm just being more realistic. I think more or less we're going to roll with Trey Lance because I think Trey Lance has got a high ceiling. And I think we need to start trying to develop Trey.
And he's still malleable. Kyle can shape him into what he wants him to. Tom comes in, it's going to be arguments. We're going to hear weird things coming through the media. As Tom Brady and Kyle Shanahan seem to have had an eruption during practice today. We'll show you this film, and you make up your mind as to what you think is going on. I already see it now.
It would be another Tom Brady, Bruce Arians episode, but only with Kyle Shanahan,
Hey,
but let me say one more thing, Ronbo. Let me say one more thing before I go. There is this wide receiver that is coming from North Dakota State.
Okay.
That Trey Lance balled with, and I can't remember his name. I was trying to figure it out before.
We've already talked about him. We know about him, and everybody's already asking for him. I forget his name. We'll talk about that next time. Because we got to go now, JT. I tell you what. I'll see you Tuesday if you got time. Since you're back. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right.
Niner Empire.
Thanks, fam. Have a great night.
All right. You too.
And Marcus Mariota would be way too expensive. And Marcus Mariota would end up coming in beating Trey out. You don't want to get somebody that's actually just that much better. You want a guy that's maybe somewhat subservient. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo. What's happening, brother?
I tell you, we're sitting there back here. We got our toolbox out trying to fix the machine. It's so funny, Tony, because, if your house is leaking water, maybe you pray and ask for no rain, or you do like the 49ers and you start, trying to fix contracts. We've got some places on this lineup that need to be changed, some adjustments being made, and your favorite guy, Kyle Shanahan, he may need to talk to a psychiatrist about a few things too. But where would you start with fixing things?
I don't know. I guess it's that time of the year for when me and you kick back and we wait for Big Show and Lee to go do all the research.
No, Lee is fun. Lee posted it up. He put it up there where we could read it too. I loved it. Yeah.
But I don't know, safety, corner.
Are you looking at safety?
Yeah, why not? I mean, Kwoski's. I'm looking at safety for the future, you know what I mean? But
the man with the hands. But he's so good.
You also got but like some of the other callers said, some of these guys are getting old, you know what I mean? So what are you going to draft? Are you drafting for now, or are you going to draft for the future?
Mm-hmm.
There's 1,000,001 questions. We're talking O-line. You got Aaron Banks. Have you heard of this bloke, Jake Brendel?
No. Who's he?
6'4", 299 from UCLA. He's listed on the team.
Hey. Oh, we do have a guy by that name. He showed up on special teams one time. I remember now.
You got Tom Compton. Who else did I see down here? Colton McKivitz.
Jalen Moore. And then, Colton did a great job against the Rams that game. I don't know if they took that seriously or not, but...
What about that, the other dude, Alfredo?
Oh, the tall guy from Mexico? I don't know what they think about him. You don't hear too much about him. Matt Maiocco doesn't like him.
Then you got Justin School as well.
You got Jalen Moore. Justin School's coming back from injury too.
The one I'm disappointed with, Ronbo, is McGlinchey. Because I'll tell you why. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but he tore the quad off the bone.
Ooh.
That's a huge muscle. And to come back from that, I think the stats are very, very, very low.
Tony, I didn't know that. When they said torn, I just pictured some tear in the quad. If he took that right off the, oh my God, how bad did that feel? That's going to take a while to heal.
Yeah, it's a big operation.
He may not be back in time for the season to start anyway. Ooh.
You know, and like Big Show said, I want Juwan Jennings back because I'll tell you why. There's two. I think these guys look when they draft these guys, they look at them like you said, game speed and off the mark, like the first couple of steps. But Juwan Jennings, according to the 49ers, has been clocked at 21 and 22 miles per hour when he's in full flight. So all you need to do is, I don't know, hit him in stride, I suppose, when he's going full blast, and it'd be like Mostert. No one will catch him. And he's got good yak too,
Yeah, no, he's strong.
He's
guys
strong.
like that, I wish I could train guys with a Rottweiler or something like that, and train
the chicken.
Well, I want to get that dog out there because that will really actually send fear. Because Tony, I got to tell you, I ran track and field, and the thing is, we used to like go in neighborhoods sometimes where owners would leave their gate open or something, and a dog would come out, and all you'd hear was just roof, roof, and as soon as you hear that sound, you know he's coming because you can hear him picking up speed. And we used to get into me and my buddy Rick Lambert, we used to set speed records, get to the biggest first tree we could find to climb. Because if that dog catches you, Tony, he's gonna hurt you when you know it. Oh, it's amazing what fear will do to you.
Just pretend the police are chasing you. You run fast then too.
That'll work too. But you need fear, and that's what most was like. Jerry Rice wasn't fast, but you're not going to catch him from behind. Jerry Rice did not get dragged out from behind, so it's a weird.
Well,
thing.
there's another factor. You know what I mean? If I was Kyle, I'd say, like, who wants to put their hand up and before the off season and go down there with Trey Lance and throw the ball around with his receivers so they can get some continuity and, they can get to know each other a little bit better, whatever you want to call it. But, the more time you put in, obviously, the more you get out of it. So
chemistry.
Yeah, exactly right, chemistry. But, again, you got to work out what you're going to trade for and some of these guys, I don't know. You just have to sell them the story, I suppose, if you're a good salesman, and you just got to say, look, you can either stay with us for the ones that they're interested in, or you can be a journeyman. You might have one bad season and your career's over, whereas you can be like, what's his name? The guy that left on the left tackle?
Laken Tomlinson.
Staley.
I'm sorry, Staley.
You can be like Joe Staley. You can be here for 10, 12, 13 years. Where this year you might have to take a little bit of a pay cut, but we'll make it up to you next year. These are our plans. So.
Tony, there's all kind of restructuring going on, from what I understand. Tony, we ran out of time again, as we always do, because we're having fun. I'll be back Tuesday, though. All right.
All right, brother.
Thanks,
Shout out
Tony.
to everyone, and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it, too. Good day, Tony.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
And the Seahawks fan, I felt bad the other day when you said you were about to quit. Seahawks fan, you've got to stay. The Seahawks are going to make a triumphant return in the upcoming season. Russell Wilson's not leaving. And I want you to still bet on the 49ers. So Seahawks, he actually bets on the Niners on occasion and wins big. So, last year. See, there he is. He says, I'm losing faith in the NFL, period. Tony, thanks for the contribution. I love football so much. It's my last hope, to a Seahawks fan. We got to have football. NBA pissed me off so bad. Baseball is there, but I watch baseball on occasion, and when they get in the playoffs, I can't watch baseball all the time. But football, oh, God, football is, man, it's fun. One game a week, which is a premium product. One game a week. That's all you get. You work at it. Wake and win. 17 weeks. Who's going to the party? Donut! Denisha!
If it ain't one thing,
Oh, another Ronbo. Everybody want Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, but it's Trey Man's turn. What's up, Ronbo?
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, I tell you, I'm glad you made a theme for that. Because everybody wants to go to heaven, but they don't. But everybody wants to go to heaven, but they don't want to die.
Hey, real talk, man. Hey, everybody want progress, but they don't want to do the work. You understand me? How you doing, Ronbo?
It's a process.
Doing great, fam. We go through this every year, though, Donut. Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, right? And then 2 years ago, we had a chance to get Tom because he's through with Belichick. And they said, well, Tom, we're not going to do that. We're sorry. When really the reason is Tom and Kyle will last 5 minutes working out together. It's not going to happen. And nobody wants to admit that. But Kyle needs somebody he can work with that will do like he's told. Tom is older than Kyle, has accomplished way more than Kyle. Tom's not going to listen to Kyle. Kyle, listen, I can help you. Let me help you. I could see that now. That's not going to work.
So, that's all that's going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let everybody know, Tom Brady comes to San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? And I do mean if, and if was a fifth, we all be drunk, you understand me? Let me tell you like this, man. Tom Brady going to come through with the grandpa pants on, with a big old belt, and you're going to wish Shanahan would say something, man. You're going to be like, look here, it's like Ron said. You should have been listening to his progress. You know what I'm saying? I'm here now. I can help you. Let me help you. And then as soon as Shanahan say something, he gonna whip that belt up.
Because he is his junior. Kyle younger than me. Do like I tell you. Respect your elders. Now let's get over there.
That's right.
Let me handle this.
He gonna be like, boy, if you don't shut up while grown folks is talking.
Aaron Rodgers is the same thing. Aaron Rodgers stay in Green Bay, and he didn't like Matt LaFleur, who's running Kyle Shanahan's program. That first year, remember, they were at odds. They were not happy with each other, and then they won. And Aaron, you warmed up to it. But I wonder if Tom would do. I mean, would Brady do that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so neither, man. I mean, it will be nice if they can coexist. I think that's what everybody is looking for. If they can coexist together, you know what I'm saying? It will be a dream come true. But one ego is big. The other one is a 7-time champion and a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? But with that, it's like you said, Ronbo, this man is 44 years old. He's older than Shanahan.
Yeah.
And he's a grown-ass man. Excuse me for cussing, but he's a grown-ass man. You understand me?
So, if they ask the fans about it, and if they do have that rift, who are you going to vote for? I love Kyle, but unfortunately, I say, Kyle, look, you know what? Just stand up out the way. Kyle, you could get the glory for this. Tom will throw all the glory to you, but just step out the way now.
Yeah. Just step out the way, man. You know what I'm saying? And just let the general do the work. If I need the president, I'll call you. man, that's all that's gonna happen, man. So I'm happy where we at, like a couple of callers said, And it's like this, man. If we can keep it homegrown, that'll be great. That'll be a great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of draft picks. But, a lot of people are shooting for the first or second round pick. But remember, it's the diamond in the rough, fellow faithful, that always rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? So if we can get, some good draft picks in, you know what I'm saying? We might pick up some guys who the speed that you're looking for. The tip of the iceberg offensive lineman that could be a good backup but could step in and be an exceptional piece of work. You know what I'm saying? That could give Trey some protection. And as far as the DB is concerned, I'm down with my man Thompson right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's get somebody on the other side of him. And I got breaking news for everybody. That our man Jimmy Ward is there's rumors, but there's also a little bit of facts out there that Jimmy Ward talking about restructuring his contract so he can help out the cap. You know what I'm saying? So everything is looking bright for the San Francisco faithful. So keep your head up.
Jimmy Ward is amazing. This was the second time he did that. And he came back to San Francisco getting smaller money than where he was. I think Philly was going to give him a larger paycheck. And he came back to I'm going to go back to San Francisco. Thank y'all. Wow.
Yes, apparently he likes it here. You know what I'm saying? He obviously taking care of his money one way or the other because he doesn't mind the California taxation.
He probably has his mama taking care of his money. That's the only way those kids are gonna be able to save money.
Exactly. Hey, whatever it takes, Ronbo. Hey, a big mama. And Big Mama gotta take that paycheck and look at it and say, "Ooh, well let me roll it up, put it in my breast, baby. Let me put it in my bra for you, honey. You know that's what old school bank is."
Everybody's got
before
that grandmother. She comes to the door
breast.
first, and I see a bosom first. Hey, Big Mama! You give her a hug. You couldn't hug all the way around her. That was such a good hug.
That's right. That's right. See, that's too much. That's too much porky beans and collard greens, baby. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but good cooking.
God,
that's Big Mama first.
Days. Exactly.
Yes. And speaking of that, Ronbo, I'm thinking about the faithful. I asked my lady earlier, what would you like for dinner? And she put some the old school, what you call it, the meatloaf. So I made a nice juicy one, not dry, but a juicy one, which is heavy great.
That's tomato sauce.
And I also made that homemade mac and cheese with the four kind of cheese that's coming out the oven, baby. So it was a good night. It was a good night. We ate right, and we had to call you, Ronbo, because, man, good food and good talk always go good.
I need to be over there doing this program and having some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you're more than welcome to come anytime.
Thank you. Got to have collard greens. We got to go outside and pick them ourselves, too, like he's doing Monty.
Oh yeah.
In illegal areas where we weren't supposed to be in there. If I'd have known what I knew now.
Yeah.
God, we can't do this.
Ooh, throw some smoked ham hocks up in there and some seasoning called it a day, man. Chase with some hot sauce afterwards.
Oh, God. Look at us. We went off to a food
I
check.
had to make enough for you, the production, to have to do a catering session one time for y'all, man. So y'all can enjoy some of this good.
Between you and Frank and the fried fish sandwiches. Well, we got enough people to put food together around here. It would just be an incredible thing. But you know what?
That'd be a hell of a potluck at a tailgate.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, fam. Because we only got a few seconds left, but we cannot do anything less in the playoffs next year. That's why it's a real scary situation. We're having fun with this now, but come season time, every game is going to be like sitting on the edge of the chair.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's going to be just taking one game at a time, Faithful. We're going to be okay. More importantly, let's shut Marking the Pro up and sweep that ass one more time. We don't care if they're champions. As long as we sweep that ass this year, we'll be okay. Let's make SoFi Levi's 2 once again, Faithful. Stay strong, y'all. Stay full. And get your medication on if you need it, baby. And never drive while you're drunk. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, baby. Go Ronbo Sports and go Faithful.
Go Ronbo Sports.
Thanks,
go Faithful.
Thanks, Donut. Can't wait to see you on Tuesday. Be looking for you, too, okay?
Show you right.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Night, y'all.
Have a good night, Ronbo. Go Faithful.
Thank you.
Night, Ronbo.
Night. Oh, God. Too much fun. Hey, Brian.
The law says,
I'm sorry.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Brian, wait, hold on, Brian. I forgot. I see Geddes here. Geddes times DMG. I want to see Trey play. I feel like he can ball. You're going to. I would bet huge that we're going to definitely see untouched, unmolested, everything. He will be out there. There's nobody that's going to stop that now. We're not getting Brady and Rodgers. We're not getting Brady and Rodgers. Hey, Brian, bring the law in here and maybe you could support me on this. So people, Brian, have you talked to people yet that have said Brady and Rodgers are coming to San Francisco?
Ronbo, well, when you asked me, you said which one would I would pick. I would say I would probably say Brady, but right now I don't think that's up to the question. Tell you the truth, Ronbo, I don't think we're gonna get either one of them. I really don't.
Listen, if you had,
if it happened, if it do happen, it'd be by the grace of God. And like remember what I said Friday. I said, now if Brady comes in here, he's gonna come in here with a Christmas list.
Yes, that in itself tells me that that's not even going to happen. Kyle's in charge, and he likes being in charge. And Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay is not going to let Aaron Rodgers leave unless he's the only way you'd see like at the airport, you'd still see the owner as Aaron's walking toward the lobby, you'd see the owner being dragged by Aaron. He's got Aaron by the leg, and Aaron's dragging him into the facility. I said, you know what? I told you guys Aaron Rodgers was not going to get away from Green Bay. He can't get away from that dude.
Yeah.
He's not going to let him leave.
Mm-mm.
And to the 49ers, who keep taking them out every year, oh, not a chance.
Yeah. And then also, Ronbo, remember I asked you, I said, how many MVPs? He just won his fourth. His fourth MVP.
Oh, no, he wins it every year.
Yeah.
Which is...
yeah. It's his fourth. Yeah, he just won it, so it makes his fourth. His fourth.
And
yeah, they're not gonna let him walk out of there.
Brian, let me ask you this though: did Aaron Rodgers deserve to be the MVP?
I didn't think so.
See,
I didn't. No, I didn't. The way they bounced out, the way they got bounced out by the 49ers. Yeah, no, they didn't. No, in the division round. No, I didn't think so.
They give it out for the regular season, I think. But you know what? I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you're right.
Yeah,
Even
Ronbo,
if you use
what
that
are we
reason
gonna do?
alone, he's not leaving Green Bay.
Yeah. As far as the 49ers are concerned, I think the only thing I think we really need to kind of straighten out or strengthen is probably our offensive line.
We all agree.
See what we're gonna do with McGlinchey and where's Aaron Banks? What's the deal with him?
Brian, let me run it down to you really quick because somebody came in with a theory he was never going to play this year. They pretended as if he couldn't actually comprehend this system when really they're not going to sign Laken Tomlinson. They're going to move Aaron Banks to the left side.
Yeah.
That's his natural position.
Right.
You believe that?
No, you said no. I can't believe it. Yeah, but and what about the ongoing saga of D4? Where are we at with that?
He still remains the albatross hanging around the organization neck. Even if they cut him, they only save a couple of $1 million. It's going to cost a lot of money. His agent came in there and designed and procured maybe one of the best contracts in NFL history. So his client is protected no matter if he plays or not, and he has not played.
He ain't. He practically stealing money legally. He legally stealing money.
Hasn't played 15 games in 3 years.
Mm-mm. No, I mean when we signed him, we just knew that okay, that was a good deal, and then we brought Bosa in. So we were thinking that was gonna be the next bookend. That was supposed to be him and Bosa was gonna be the next bookend for the next few years. But man, he's been a non-factor.
We have a lot of the guys that just got 6 points. We got guys. We had a lot of guys that had a lot of sacks, but not one player. You had several guys that had six sacks and things like that. Nick had 15. So you still had a good pass rush, but not like you would if D and his back would put him on the field. Nobody's faster than D4, not even Nick coming off the mark. But Nick is the all-around assassin. So, because Nick can stop you from running, and he can kill a pass as well. So,
Yeah. Well, one thing for sure, Ronbo, on a lighter note, I'm glad that I want to give a shout out to Brian Young for making the Hall of Fame, whatever. Now we get Roger Craig in there.
Oh man,
now we turn our attention to Roger Craig.
They ought to take that to court. There's something really wrong with that. But Brian, we're gonna run out of time. I'm gonna be back Tuesday. Something should develop between now and then, hopefully. That would be fun. I can't imagine what. The season is over, though. So, all right, Phil.
All right, then, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful. And shout out to production. The law is out.
Thanks, Phil. Appreciate you, too. Talk to you later. There you
go. All right, Ronbo.
Law rolling again down the streets of Night Empire and making arrests where necessary. Hey, and Victor X says Aaron can become a free agent if he opts out of his contract, same goes for Brady. Victor, there'd still be compensation to give. I can't imagine it'd be more than a third-round pick, or less than. Hey, Don. People forget about
what's going on, Ronbo? What's happening?
Don, we're still we'll be doing this all the way up until opening day. There's still a chance to get Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. And I'm gonna at some point somehow get some headphones that'll filter out those names. Say, man, they're not coming here, man. They're just not. But Don, I don't know. What are some of the things? Would you bring them in if you could? And otherwise,
I mean, I don't know.
What other adjustments would you make on this roster to improve it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as far as Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers goes, I mean, that's two egos you really are going to be dealing with, especially Tom Brady, because, he's going to want to do this and do that. He's going to try and dictate things, and Kyle Shanahan's not going to have that. I
clearly do.
And as far as Aaron Rodgers is concerned, I mean, it's just his contract's way too much, and he's going to want Devontae Adams, I believe, to come over here too.
And he is not taking a contract cut.
No, no. Devontae Adams wants his money, and Aaron Rodgers wants to have his money too. So
yep,
isn't going to do any of that. Basically, though, for quarterback position, I already told you twice that what really intrigues me is that maybe we should just go after Carson Wentz. I mean, I don't know how everyone else will think of that, but according to me, I think why not? He has the most.
How much would you pay him?
How much do they pay him?
How much would you pay him?
Oh, how much for Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, because technically, even though they won the Super Bowl, he never really participated in doing that, and he got screwed out of the MVP that one year when he got hurt again in that Rams game. I saw it too when one of them hit his leg really hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to me, I say around $7 million, to be honest with you, because he is now trying to prove that he can still be one of the top quarterbacks in the league, because everybody else is already starting to jump over him.
But he had a chance to prove that last year with Indy, and he went into a total meltdown in that last game. So I don't know if he is in trouble though. Everybody saw that. If he gets, he's out to prove things, but I don't know. He had a chance to prove himself this way in Indy. Indy had a great team, they had a great run game. In fact, they had probably the best running back in the NFL. He's got some wide receivers that did a great job, especially that one guy, I forget his name, that was killing me. And he still came up short.
T.Y. Hilton? Is that what you're talking about?
Who?
You said one wide receiver they had. Yeah. I think it's T.Y. Hilton you're talking about.
No, not T.Y. That other big guy that kept making them clutch catches. I mean, this dude is really...
I think I know who it is. Dang it. I can't remember his name either.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Dang it.
Anyway, he had a nice setup. That was a good team.
That's true, because they have one of the most expensive offensive lines, I believe, if I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you got Quentin Nelson. But Nelson missed a lot of games, but you're right. They built that offensive line up to be tough. So.
And as far as anywhere else as far as wide receiver goes, we got to get Jawan Jennings back. He proved himself this year, what he can do with us.
He's cheap.
I know. I do believe we need one more wide receiver, though, to have just another option out there to
make sure
really free up speed, whether that be from the draft. But I think there's someone we can get at free agency. I just can't pinpoint it. After I look at some of the names, I'm like, ooh, boy, I don't know which one we can even use, because it depends also how much money these guys want, too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man,
it's a bidding war.
That's going to be tough.
All over the league. And we have to worry about Laken Tomlinson. If we don't sign him before the March deadline, Laken Tomlinson's going to get a lot of money thrown at him. And if the 49ers drag ass on that, he will be on another team. But that's why if Aaron Banks is struggling on the right side, because he's a left guard, and the 49ers should stop trying to make these guys play out of position. he'd probably do better on the left side. He'd probably intrigue the 49ers. That means now you've got Trent Williams with his huge body, and I believe Banks is, if anything, a pound heavier than Trent Williams. You talk about a mass of incredible, and Banks has got good athleticism too. Oh man, that's special. I don't know if the bitch is coming back on the right side though.
Nah, I don't think he will. Yeah, we got to get Tomlinson back. That one we need back. And everyone has talking about how Mike McGlinchey is like off and on here and there when it comes to what he can do. And then obviously you said that Brunskill obviously couldn't not come back at all because he suffered that injury. I'm like, oh boy.
I don't know what they're going to do about that right side, but I hope they're thinking about it. Because with Trey back there now, you don't want a suspect offensive line. He has enough experience to know how to avoid being bum rushed on every snap, which is what they'll do if they notice the 49ers have any weakness on that front line offensive setup.
Yeah, they will be bum rushing us a lot when they smell blood in the water. That's for sure.
That's what you're supposed to do, and we can't have that. So
we can't have that. Yeah, that offensive line really needs to be fortified big time if we can. I mean, even though we're always worried about the cap, I just don't know why they can't go over just a little bit at least. I mean, you're only paying a little bit of tax. I mean, I don't know what else.
You end up paying $1 for dollar tax, and that includes the entire amount. The NFL's serious about that. They don't want people going over the cap. They want parity in the NFL, meaning every team every year has a chance to win the Super Bowl or be in it, right? And that's what they're developing, and that's what they're trying to do. It's not really working. Some teams like Detroit will never be there, but you know. We got to go, though, fam. Don, I'll be back Tuesday looking for you if you got time. All right?
All right, I'll be there on Tuesday.
Yeah, looking for you, too.
Shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to the faithful. And have yourselves a good night.
Thanks, Don. You too.
Yeah, you too.
And we roll back to South Carolina. Area code is 843. Oh, Carolina. Oh, Carolina. What's that song? Oh, Carolina. And it's of course, it's Chardal time. Chardal.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Chardal.
How's your night going?
It's going well. Go ahead.
I really
How's
love
yours?
all your content on this platform, man.
Well, thanks. So I think you really enjoy the chat more than you do me. I saw you in there beating up on people and accusing some guy. Was that a Rams fan you accused of being a loser? I was amused. I said, Chardal's always so polite. I didn't know he had that meanness in him.
I was so excited when I heard that we went out and got quarterback Trey Lance from North Dakota State in round 3 of the 2021 NFL draft.
Okay.
This kid can throw the ball, run the ball, and he can do everything correctly to improve every facet of his game. And he will be a superstar in 2022. And as a runner, he carries a lot of momentum and physicality. And as a passer, passer, it allows him to evade pressure and shake off defenders. And secondly, he also has a great pocket presence, and he also has great personality and leadership skills as a quarterback.
Couldn't ask for any more. Sounds good to me.
And do you think that when we got quarterback Trey Lance, do you think that we made the right decision? Because we had to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. We have to move on from him, and we have to focus on Trey Lance now in 2022 and focus on what he has to prove. Because he has lots of stuff to prove. And some fans don't know that about the qualities that he has as an athlete.
No, everybody knows about his attributes. He's well blessed, and he's got a lot to offer. We're just waiting to see how that develops. You know, because a lot of quarterbacks come into the NFL every year out of the draft, especially the first round, and they look like they're going to be the next golden boy. But everybody doesn't make it. We're just hoping we got that guy that does make it. So we're going to find out in the months ahead.
And I agree with the last caller. He said that you have to first see what Trey Lance has. You can't doubt him on what he has. Because people keep saying that Trey Lance isn't the quarterback. Trey Lance isn't great. He doesn't have these qualities that make him a golden boy. Um, you mean you? I mean, people did that to Jimmy G also. Now they're doing that to Trey Lance too. This doesn't make any sense at all. They
I
were
don't
saying
know.
Jimmy G is not a good quarterback. Now they're coming after Trey Lance and telling him he's not a great player. What are you
It's not
doing?
that. No, it's not that serious
Like,
yet.
like
Shardal, I think it's just the fear of the unknown. You know, we've seen quarterbacks come in more than any other position group come in and fail. So we got to wait and see. He looks good right now. Let's see what he looks like. I don't think there's no hate on him. Put it that way. We're just hoping that we got something here and we want to see what it looks like. No, there's no judgment, no final judgments being passed on him. Anybody that's doing that is just haters are going to hate. You know, I mean, that's nothing can be done about that. But the majority of people are going to wait to see what he has to offer.
because the thing that doesn't make any sense with me is that people judge a player based on how good he performs. Like that doesn't matter. I mean, you can't judge a player on his performance. It's like you can't judge a book by its cover.
Shardal, we have no choice, but we have to judge him on his performance because
I mean,
that's
yeah,
what.
but it's gonna be fun to see how well he performs next year.
Oh no,
Because
yeah.
you know
We're looking forward to that.
we can't focus on Jimmy G now. There's no other choice. We have to focus on Trey Lance, even though he's not gonna perform the best next year. You know, he's all we have right now. We don't. Jimmy G is not a topic of conversation right now. It's all about Trey Lance.
You make it sound very sad. I mean, nobody, everybody knows the Jimmy Garoppolo situation. He's going to be traded, and it's going to be Trey's offense to run, and we're just waiting to see what that looks like.
Making it sad. I'm just saying that I wish Jimmy Garoppolo the wherever he goes, I wish him the best of luck on whichever team he gets traded to. But I'm really looking forward to Trey Lance because this kid has lots to prove next year. And I'm really excited to see what he can deliver to the team.
And I hope it's good. That's all we ask. You know, because we just came off of a potential Super Bowl berth. We came that close to getting there, and just a few minutes away. And so that's what we hope if you're gonna make switches that we can continue to go forward. Otherwise, you're taking a step back. It's kind of hard to handle that, Shardal. You don't want to go backwards. You want to keep going forward. So there will be disappointment if we fail. Some of it will be harsh. The media will go nuts on us. It'll be a mess.
And the other question I have is that what are your thoughts of the Miami Dolphins signing a 49ers wide receiver wide receiver and return specialist River Craycraft and Deshaun Hall.
So that's what I like about you.
You think that was the right decision for the Dolphins to acquire River Craycraft and Deshaun Hall?
Yes, I do. I think, Mike McDaniel's a real nerdy kind of guy. He probably has plans for River Craycraft that Kyle didn't want to hear about it. So maybe that was a good move. I don't think we're going to miss him, though, Shardal. So they'll be fine.
For me, I don't know how Grant Cohn will feel about River Craycraft going to the Dolphins because he's a big River Craycraft fan. He always, whenever I call him on the phone, he always tells me that I'm a big River Craycraft fan. I like the guy. I don't want him to go anywhere. But then he went somewhere. So what are you going to do about it? He got traded.
We need more time. Shardal, we really need to do an entire hour with you. You're amazing. Yeah. Well, listen, we got to go now, though. We'll see you Tuesday if you got time. Okay.
I love coming on your show, and I have lots of content to share.
And appreciate it. All right,
yeah,
Shardal.
and I love you too.
I love you back too.
Yeah, I love you.
Have a great night.
See you on Tuesday. We'll talk more football then.
All right. Bye for now.
Bye.
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 River Craycraft, and that is going to hurt us. I mean, honestly, though, River was like, he did a good job on special teams, and I'm still angry about that touchdown that I think was that against the Cardinals? That Craycraft made the catch. His toes were still in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Nah, they took it away from us. The ground cannot cause it. I know. The ruling says you got to keep control of the ball even when you hit the ground. Tony!
Ronbo, what it is?
Tony, I didn't know that you guys had already maybe you told me about that when you got rid of Fowler. I didn't know that.
It happened Saturday. Happened yesterday. That's why
okay. See, that's why I didn't know. It just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, give me some into that. Why in the world would you get rid of Fowler?
Ronbo, he wasn't producing. He only had. I'll give you the perfect example. I forgot how much he was making, but he had some incentives. He took they restructured his contract. It's okay if you get 11 sacks, you'll get an additional $4 million. He only got 3.5 sacks this year.
I'll bet he came in talking trash too. Look, y'all, you put that standard, you put that bar up there too high, and then you expect me to come up with that, and I can't get no money.
Yeah,
okay, no.
You think he could have came up with it, but do you remember Vic Beasley played with us, outside linebacker?
Yeah.
That led the league in sacks.
Had one fantastic year. I thought he was going to dominate for years.
Yeah. He was playing out of position. They were playing him at defensive end. We were in that 4-3. Now we're in the 3-4. But he had moved on to Tennessee, Las Vegas, and just faded. I hear he's ministering now. But his last year was us. Yeah, his last year was us. 2019. He had 8 sacks. He led the team. I liked the Vic Beasley. I felt like we could have worked with him, but the coaching was bad. Vic Beasley had 8 sacks in 2019.
You know
Dante
what?
Fowler in 2 years had 7.5 sacks.
Beasley. I wish I understand he's a man of the cloth now. I don't know. Every time I hear about a player that goes from extreme violence to the church, I'm always amazed. You know, when you think about the Reverend with the Green Bay Packers, most incredible defender of all time in my back, Reggie White, he was a man of the cloth. You know what? To be that violent and still love like that, I'm always amazed. But Fowler, I believe Beasley, I think if we could get him to come back to football, I believe Mike Kasuri can make him love the game again. You're right. I think it's the coaching staff.
Yeah, it was coaching because I love Vic Beasley. And Falcons fans were on him. I'm like, look, the year after the Super Bowl, the year after that, he didn't do nothing in the Super Bowl. So what, man? He was blocking them. And then in 2019, he had 8 sacks, but this is what's wrong with him. Or he had 8 sacks and that was wrong with him. I said, you guys are fickle.
No, every fan base has those people. I don't know. Some people are just, they don't really know what they're seeing. They're just going on knee-jerk and what they're seeing things on the surface. They don't understand the game completely, so they're always wanting to hurl insults and criticisms and really don't know the depth of what they're even talking about. I get into it with those kind of people all the time, and I've tried to stop the last couple of years because you're not going to change their mind. They don't understand.
Some fan bases, excuse my French, Ronbo, are just ass.
It's just, God.
That's just how it is. Hey, Ronbo, somebody in your chat said something that I didn't like. It wasn't really that bad. I've been trying to keep it a secret. But this guy, I think he was talking to you. We got to get this receiver out of North Dakota State that was Trey Lance's boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot. We want him, Ronbo. His name is Christian Watson. If you look at him on YouTube, he reminds me of Julio Jones.
I did see him.
We will have him.
And because
we will
he ran
have him in the second half.
Oh, the thing is, I did see him on the footage. And, yeah, he can go. And the 49ers should have tried to get – no, they couldn't get him last year. He wasn't eligible for the draft, I guess. The 49ers should have been trying to get him first and foremost. When you look at Jamar Chase being matched up with Burrow, You don't pass on those kind of things. You know they know each other. Get him.
But he's not going in the first round because he's in Division II. You guys are not going to get him because we're going to get him.
Because you got a first-round pick, don't you?
Picks.
We don't have one. Wait. You're already in the second round.
We're not going to get him in the first round. He'll be there in the second round. We got 2 second-round picks. We're going to have 3 after we trade him.
Hey, your first second-round pick is where?
At pick 40. We're not going to take him there. We're going to take him with our second one.
No, I mean your second round. No, what is your second round pick?
58.
68?
The first one is at 40. The second one's at 58.
Tony, you said 40? There's no first. You got a first round pick, right? There's no 40 in the first round. Early second?
In the first round, we're at pick 8. At pick 8.
I see.
He's not going to go in the first round.
No.
He's not going to go in the first round.
Oh, okay.
I'll be mad if he did. Then this one blogger said, well, Tony, he may go to Green Bay or Kansas City at the end of the first round. I said, I hope not.
I'm so sick of Kansas City. Why do they need another receiver?
It doesn't make sense.
See, Tony, here's the thing. KC's in position now because they don't need offensive line help. Their defensive line looked better than usual going toward the end of the year. And Kansas City doesn't really – they don't seem to emphasize their defensive line, do they? They got 1 or 2 guys. That's all I think they need. That's all they think they need.
They need secondary help. They may lose Tyrone Matthew. He's a free agency because he's a free agent.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Tyrone's getting up there, though.
I understand you guys may lose Lincoln Tomlinson, the free agent, your left guard.
You know, that's what I'm worried about. But if Tyrone Matthew, he wanted to be a 49er when he first came into the draft or out of the draft. The 49ers, of course. Yeah, that's documented. Look up Tyrone Matthew and who his first choice for the NFL was. Yeah, he was a huge 49er fan.
But interesting.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, oh no, here comes the webcam XYZ hot girls. We haven't seen him in a long time. I guess he got a new crew. Anyway, we got to go, fam. Let me see it. Let me see it Tuesday, Tony.
You can't have Christian Watson around, boy. He's ours. We got to move up.
Tony's forgetting everybody.
I'll talk to you soon, sir.
Tuesday, yeah.
All right. Tuesday, sir.
Looking forward to it. Have a great night. And with that said, before I get tempted to take up the webcam, girls, I'm going to go ahead, fam, and see you Tuesday. And I hope you have a great night. And shout out to everybody. You ready? Because here it comes. Did I say thank you for the contributions? Thanks for the contributions tonight, fam. Appreciate you. And fam, should I consider Seahawks fam now too, since he's always coming in here and he's never impolite? I think I will. Include him in that too. A Niner! I always been through. I know, right? I can do that for an indefinite period of time. Conditioning.